Participate in a Don and Mike Show contest? How about this? You or a member of your household can only win once for 60 days. You must comply with any age limitations for each contest. For complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the mighty WJFK, P.O. Box 3649, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody, get into it. Get stoked. Get retarded. Get retarded. Get retarded. Get retarded.
Hello.
Hi there.
The weekend's here. Have a can of beer. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, and if you remember from the best of, they had some people on the Mayflower, Deborah and her family, and all the sources got together, and the Amaras have things going on. And this is a recap of what went on in the life of Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara last Thanksgiving. It is the best of Don and Mike.
Thanksgiving, here's how it started. We're all there together, and I get more uptight than I should when the whole family is there, because it's too many people, too much noise, all of them chatting incessantly about stuff that really doesn't matter. But, you know, and my family is no different than anybody else's family. You get to the point at some time, I know it's going to happen during the long holiday weekend, when you're just talked out. Right. You're tired of being with other people. Oh, yeah. And I know that moment is going to come, and because I know it's coming, I can never, enjoy whatever good time.
So when you say you're going to be talked out, do you mean that you get to a point where it's just going to be horribly awkward?
Well, no,
or just horribly boring?
Yes, both, but mainly boring. Like when you sit down, let's say on a Saturday with, and I'm not talking about this particular holiday. I'm really not in this case.
You're not talking about a particular individual?
No, I'm not. But you've been with people, and like by the third day, you get up and you're like, hey, so how about that Bush going to Iraq, huh? Mm-hmm. That's really something, isn't it? Yeah. How do you think they got him in there? Oh, I don't know. They kept it a secret from almost every. Meanwhile, in my head, I'm thinking, why are we having this conversation? If this was a normal day, I'd just say, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Nice weather. And then maybe you just say, how about that Bush? But because it's Thanksgiving, you've got the elongated time.
Right, you got to fill.
You're obligated to fill in. Yeah,
long, exactly periods of time with family members.
And I know this is going to happen, so I'll put this one is on me. So we buy this place, this house that we're happy with in Ocean City, and it's where we're having Thanksgiving for the whole family. And thankfully, there's room for everybody, including room for me.
Like your own special place?
Room for Daddy. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is a room that has a television and has a balcony, so I may go up and open the sliding glass doors and have a cigar and, God forbid, watch television.
You escape a little bit.
Yeah, it is my panic room.
Have to.
That's what Frida and I call it, my panic room.
Yeah.
That when things, and sometimes I go to the panic room and it's just Frida and I there. Sometimes it's just she and I got to go to the panic room.
Very handy.
But anyway, it's my room and it's my stuff, and I got my TV, and I sound like a 5-year-old saying this, but here's the thing. In this house, there are 6 televisions. Mm-hmm. Now, my kid, who's home from college, and incidentally, he's doing great, sends his best wishes, and apparently he's majoring in pirating movies off the internet. Because I can't figure out what he's doing.
Good money in that.
I can't figure out what he's doing in class. I can't figure out what he's doing with his schedule. Uh-huh. But I do know that if there is any movie that is currently in the theater, if you want it, he's got it on his laptop.
Is he, we shouldn't even talk about that. He's just using it for his own entertainment.
Of course he is, Mike. So, the deal is he's got Elf, the Will Ferrell movie. He's got it on his computer. And
perfectly good quality and all that?
Oh, absolutely perfect. Except for, twice an hour when it comes up and says property of Paramount Pictures or whoever it is.
Right.
That was the screening copy that they sent to journalists who then leaked it to someone who leaked it to someone, and then college kids who got nothing better to do than waste their dad's money, get on the internet and download these movies. So he wants to show the movie Elf to some of the other kids. Some of the, and by kids I mean like my nephew Ben is 21 now, and the twins are 13, 14, so wide variety of ages. He wants to show them this movie. This was after everybody arrived. We started eating at about 4, so this has got to be about 2:30 on Thanksgiving Day. And now the Packers game is on, and no one's really watching it. And every time I leave the room, they've changed the TV channel
to something entertaining.
No, to put on a music. One of the music channels on.
Right. Oh, okay,
on,
all right.
on cable
Not like a
TV.
movie or anything like that.
No, so I've come.
And not that football's not entertaining. You know, obviously, I'd want to watch the football game.
I would come back down and turn it on, but it was not a big deal because what I had done is I had excused myself from the situation to go up to the panic room,
right?
Watch the game a little bit.
Is the panic room the same as your bedroom?
No, it is a separate
little.
It's actually
smaller room.
No, it's a large room. It is
really.
It is the master bedroom.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
And I've taken it and made it my office.
Ah, very good.
Because I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am.
Your place. You don't sleep in there.
No, I don't. I sleep in the bedroom with my wife.
Wow.
So Mike, it's my place.
It's your place.
And that was part of the thing. This is my room. So anyway, my kid comes down and says, "Hey, Dad, I want to show because it's, the only thing he knows how to do now is download movies and play them on his computer. I want to show everybody the movie Elf."
Uh-huh.
He said, "All right, knock yourself out." Well, he goes through all the TVs in the house, and he comes to me and says, "Dad, the only TV that this possibly works on is yours, because yours is the only one with the S input."
Right.
And I said,
cable.
I said, well, God, that's up there, and I don't want
people crawling all over your stuff.
I don't want 5 boys, crawling on things, and he said, "I promise I can do it, and there'll be no problem at all." And I said, "All right, go ahead." But the whole time, I'm just pissed off about it, and I'm talking under my breath, going, "I got 6 friggin' TVs in this house. The one TV they got to use is mine. That's the one. I want to go up there and watch it." And my wife would say, she'd come over and go, "Hey, what's your problem? It's Thanksgiving. Let it go." And I all of this under my breath, I said, "We've got all this room. We've got all these people. And they're going to my room. There are all these other rooms.
Sanctuary.
They're
Right.
going to my room." So then,
you have the best TV, though.
the next thing I hear is clank, slang. I mean, really, I hear from upstairs, and I go up there, and Bart is wedged this television set, which is like in a nook that's carved into the wall.
Yeah.
He's yanked this baby out. It's a big set.
Yeah.
He's yanked it out and made a gigantic cut in the wood to pull this out, and the Xbox is falling out, and it's just I go upstairs and I really overreact because it's Thanksgiving and I'm just feeling this way.
And they're in your room.
And I go up and I go, first thing I said, "Happy Thanksgiving." I go, "What the F is going on here?" And he goes, "Dad, you're overreacting." And I said, "I am not. What? Look at my Xbox. Look at. I mean, really, this is my reaction. That because the Xbox is dangling over the side and the wires are coming loose. There's a big scratch in the wood." That I said, "I don't get this. We got all these TVs, and you got to watch the one movie on." They said, "I'll give you money to take them to the theater to see the movie if you want." He said, "But Dad, I want to show it to them." I said, "Well, then take them down and show it to them on your computer, or go to your car and run off your car battery. Just out of this room." I told that way to all of them, not just Bart, all of them. Bart's girlfriend, everybody, OUT, like a New York traffic cop. So I mean, here we go, out, everybody out.
Did they jump too?
Out of Daddy's room, yeah. So they go downstairs and they wore the look that a child or young person can wear when they're coming down the stairs, and they know that all the eyes are going to be on them because obviously everybody has heard.
And they want to show everybody how big and bad you are.
Yeah, everybody has heard my eruption already.
He really hurt our feelings. Look how bad we are.
So they all go downstairs, and of course, my son is the biggest culprit.
Yeah. He was so unfair and cruel.
I don't know. It's just, we wanted to have Thanksgiving. You want to have Thanksgiving? Well, great. You really want to have Thanksgiving? Go outside and eat some corn. Go make some maize. But even if you want to watch TVs, enjoy any of the 5 beautiful televisions I've supplied. But if you absolutely have to watch a movie that you've downloaded from the internet through your computer, and the only TV it can go through is my TV, you're SOL. And if that ruins your Thanksgiving, then that's too friggin' bad.
So that didn't go over well, did it?
No, negative.
You were the evil guy, weren't you?
You bet your ass I was. So I get downstairs, and I really don't even remember all of it, that Frida just said, What's wrong with you? And I said, nothing's wrong with me. She said, it's just a TV. I said, it's more than the TV. It's the whole space issue. That's my room up there.
That's the one. It's your sanctuary.
That's my space. And she said, well, I don't see it wouldn't be a big deal to have them up there just to watch. I said, I'm already letting Bart sleep in there. And she said, well, now, isn't that great? You're already letting your son spend the night in that. Isn't that nice of you? And meanwhile, I'm thinking, yeah.
Now, when that one came out, did you know you blew it right there? I would have told you that was
I'm screwed. That I look like the bad guy. So then I'm stuck because now the kids decide, well, guess what? We don't even need to watch anything on TV. We're going to go outside. You're always wishing your kids would go outside. Just go outside. Basically, just get out of here.
Go outside and play.
Just go outside. So now the kids are all going outside. And I have a look that is sending across the vibe like, hey, look what I have done. Look at that. Now look at all of a sudden, no kids.
Yeah.
No smelling like.
So you're feeling like you've triumphed by directing their energy in another,
But
area.
I got the feeling back from the other adults in the room.
You completely overreacted, you callous bastard.
Yes, I did. But listen, that pales in comparison to what my wife did.
Well, but my question would be, did they recover from this? Did everything get back to normal? Did the kids ever treat you like you hadn't hurt them?
Well, my son.
Did you see them individually and apologize?
Well, here's the thing. My son is he's not a con man,
right?
Because he's got a good heart, but he is a manipulator. He learned from the master. And hold on, I have to take this call because this is a funny call. You ready for a funny call, Rob?
I'm ready.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, Don, I was just wondering, if any time during Thanksgiving Day, did you wonder what Jackie Kennedy would do?
That's a winner.
Yeah.
Okay?
I bet she wouldn't have reacted like that.
That's a winner. What's your name?
It's Marcel.
Marcel, where are you from?
I'm from the great state of California, Sacramento.
Well, enjoy a dinner for two at Outback Steakhouse.
I loved you on Friends.
Thank you.
Everyone at Outback Steakhouse. Buy Outback. Gift certificates for everyone. Your holiday list. No rules, just right.
It's so rare to hear the greatest mind in the world speak.
Rob.
You're great. You bring it up. You're younger than I am. If you bring up Marcel, that's great.
Right. All right. Hold on. Funny call. Thank you.
Mime equals funny.
Thank you very much. So to answer your question, I just threw everybody off for the whole day.
Okay.
Because then
You started the Thanksgiving holiday off on the wrong.
Then at one point they're outside playing, and I was like looking out the window, like, look what I've done. And the looks that I was getting back were and it's just how I interpret the looks I'm getting.
Right,
The looks I'm getting are, I can't believe this cold bastard wouldn't let children watch one of the 6 televisions that he's got.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm saying, what a wonderful guy I am. I'm offering you 5 of my 6 televisions.
Right. Did you ever at any point want to pull the legality card out on them and use that as your excuse?
No, absolutely. See, Mike, that would make me a hypocrite. And I play one on the radio, and I try not to be one in real life. For instance,
did he bring any movies home for Daddy?
Yeah, there were a couple that I liked.
Very good.
A couple that I liked.
Excellent.
Yeah. I like Elf. That's a good movie. I might even pay to see that. Of course, I didn't, but I might.
Very
so
good.
how can I yell at the boy for doing this?
Well, no.
Mike, they're all doing it.
They're all doing it now.
They're all doing it. But turn a blind eye. He's down there in college, downloading movies. Better that than taking crack, I say.
I suppose you're right.
So outstanding F up by me because I really overreacted. And that brings us to Thanksgiving night. Now the night. The dinner's already happened, went off without a hitch. The kids are okay. Everybody's okay.
So you're talking about the boring part of the evening where it gets tedious and you're playing games.
Conversation, and I've escaped a couple of times to go watch TV, and there's nothing on. So I go back down, and now I've been married to Frida for 22 years, and I've known her, so we'll round it off to 23 years. That I've been a part of her family.
Right.
And during that time, I've become very close with all of her family members. Her brother Doug is a guy that I've never not gotten along with. It's just we've never really, in 22 plus years, we've never talked a lot. And let me see, we were brought closer when his dad died, when Pop died, when Les died, and Doug recently had some heart surgery done, and that brought us closer. I went to see him, and I thought he appreciated that. And he let down his guard on Thanksgiving and had some wine. And I've never seen my brother-in-law, Doug...
Out of control?
No, he was not out of control.
But buzzed?
Not even buzzed. I would just say because he is, at least in my perception, such a button-down, tell you like it is guy. Everything, he's got a sense of humor, but he's like a big brother always. Everything's always very serious.
Right.
I don't mean like Orwellian big brother, but I mean like, well, no, this would be the right thing to do, the prudent thing to do. Well, Katie barred the door.
Well,
Thanksgiving night. He had a couple of glasses of wine, and...
He normally doesn't imbibe?
No, and if he does, I guess he doesn't...
Make a big deal of it?
Yeah, he kind of keeps it to himself, but I really, really enjoyed just sitting and listening to my brother-in-law and Doug, listen to him speak on a variety of topics.
Right.
A highly...
Without holding back anything.
Highly opinionated man he is.
Really?
And... It was great. That's all I want to say. And I don't want to overblow it because it wasn't like he was drunk like I was. He was just looser than he normally is.
Right. Good.
And it made for a very nice...
Well, how did he react to you because of that?
Thanksgiving night.
Was he closer to you?
He didn't...
Or were you out of the line of fire for a change?
I was sitting behind him at the table that we were sitting at a big round table. He was near one of the corners, and I was sitting at the head of this table. And I was kind of behind him, and as he was just carrying, I didn't give him the peace sign behind his head.
Give him rabbit ears.
But as he would just hold court, I just was loving it. I'm just loving it. I'm looking around, and I'm loving it.
So it's not uncharacteristic of him.
I said to him,
well, did he say anything?
He was just funny.
He had to say something that made you laugh.
He did.
Are you what you can't say?
Yeah, I can't tell you. I just want to say, that's the side, Doug. Listen, and I know he's sensitive about being talked about on the radio, so I don't want anything to be interpreted the wrong way.
Right.
I really liked seeing you.
The real Doug, as you like to say?
Yeah, no.
A little loose. So the first time I got loaded, you told me, hey, there's the real Mike.
Well, see, he wasn't that loaded.
Which is so untrue, because really, there's shades of truth in it, but when anybody gets really, bombed...
But he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, he was not. He was...
So maybe it was the real Mike.
Relaxed.
He was, yes. Yeah,
uninhibited, really.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. It's
less inhibited.
Hard to describe.
You know what? I got to be honest with you. You're dancing around something here, and I have no idea what significance it has.
Listen, my wife is giving me the big lecture about this.
All right,
okay.
You had to bring it up.
But I wanted to bring it up and acknowledge it, that was a good time.
Yeah. Good.
That was a goddamn good time on Thanksgiving
Did he
night.
say anything evil?
No comment.
Okay. That's
no
all I need. That's all I require.
I have no comment. And I just want to say, if he happens to be listening now, or if this gets back to him, he saved Thanksgiving night for me.
Well,
okay.
Because otherwise, it would have just been more of this boring, downhill BS, What about Secret Santa? Are we doing Secret Santa? I don't know. Should it be $25? I don't know. What about $30?
That's the kind of conversation that kills you.
You can't really get anything for $30. Well, you can get a gift certificate. Well, at the Home Depot, they had them for $25. He was there to save the situation. Then you get to Friday. This will be the last part of the Thanksgiving trifecta that I give you. Friday, we go through the entire day. It's nice. It's pleasant. Friday night, it's just extended family now. It's just my brother-in-law, Bill, my sister-in-law, Robbie, the twins, Drew and Nick, and Ben. The Bard is already split, so it's just their family and Frida and I. And somehow the idea gets thrown out there. Let's play a board game.
I love those.
I hate board games.
Do you do this every time you have family get-togethers? You play some sort of game?
Well, my wife is normally the instigator, although I think other people in her family like it as well for some reason. It's
you hate it.
I hate it with a passion, but at this point, my glass is full.
Right.
And I mean, literally, my glass is full of booze. So I'm sitting down at the table, and I think, okay, we'll bring it on. What is it? Well, it's the game Cranium.
What is that?
It is a game where you have to get someone to say something or acknowledge a person by either mimicking them or drawing a picture. Right. Or here's a wacky one. If you roll the die, you draw a picture with your eyes closed.
Okay.
Or take a piece of Play-Doh and sculpt it into something. Or you have to hum songs. Yeah, you got it right. That eye roll is right, Mike.
Yeah, I've been through this game.
It's like one of the worst games ever.
Tedious with lots of instructions.
Oh, and lots of hurt feelings and anger. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is what happens.
Okay.
What happens is we're playing the game because we have so many people. We're playing the game.
Now I'm intrigued.
It's fun.
And you know, Buzz, I know how you feel about this, but I'm willing to give up some of my Raven suck-up time today if you would like to discuss any of these topics.
Sure.
On your own. For instance, you jump right in with the board game stuff if you feel like it. If you want to talk about the relish tray.
Yeah.
From Thanksgiving.
I
Go
made
ahead.
it, I made all of it.
That's what I
The
hear.
relish tray, the turkey, the stuffing, the
You
gravy.
made everything?
Peeled and cooked the potatoes. I pretty much did the entire meal.
Why did you make the entire meal?
Well, she had to shower and put on makeup.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good for you, Buzz.
All right, thank you.
Good for saying something off here he said off the air. So, we're playing this game. And
Cranium.
it's okay. And we were playing in teams because there's so many of us. It's my brother-in-law and I, Bill. Bill and I are playing. Robin, my sister-in-law, and Frida, their sisters, they're playing. And the three boys, Drew, Nick, and Ben, they're playing as a team. And, of course, the three boys are killing us at this game because they're kids and they're into it and they're playing it all the time. And, they're enjoying it always.
Right.
And at one point, Frida has to get Robin to guess the name Porky Pig, which you would think would be kind of... Now, what are you laughing at?
Well, the potential.
Same one we got.
I'm laughing at the potential.
So here's what... Well, I think it's going to take a maybe a turn that you're not expecting.
I don't know what turn.
So they start... You don't... I don't know how much time it is, but you turn over that little sand thing that, you hate that thing too, Buzz?
Yeah, we got hung up on the same clue. The Porky Pig. I can't believe it. The Porky Pig clue is a home record.
You got to make them say Porky Pig. So home record.
Yeah.
So they turn over the little hourglass days of our lives thing. They say, go. And Frida goes, that's all, folks. And Robin's just drawing a blank on this. And Frida goes, that's all, folks. And Robin's going, I know who it is. I know. I even know it's a pig, but I don't know his name. What is his name? What is his name? And meanwhile, the time runs out. And then we say, oh, that's it. Too bad. You didn't get it. It's Porky Pig. And she goes, oh, of course it was Porky Pig. Of course it was. And then Frida said something like, I can't believe you didn't get Porky Pig. I want another partner. Because, Frida's a little competitive.
Right.
At everything.
Right.
I love this about her. She's a winner.
Did she say it seriously? I want another partner? Or did she mean it? Or was it just lighthearted?
Here's the thing. You know how Frida is. She said it in that way where if you were offended by that, she would say, I was just kidding.
Right.
And I don't think that she meant it with any malice.
Right.
But then everybody continued to laugh, and even Robin was laughing, and Frida would just continue to say a couple of things, and then all of a sudden Robin started crying. And
you're respecting your wife's wishes by leaving things out here again, right?
No, this is, I'm giving you the exact...
She said a couple. What was the catalyst?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I really don't remember. And it was... It was an overreaction on my sister-in-law.
Did it start with the whole partner thing?
I think, because Robin was just... She had a moment when she just went nuts, and she was really crying. She said, well, you hurt my feelings with it, because, Porky Pig thing, and you said you want another partner, and I...
Too much day.
Yeah.
And she's crying, and Frida's being very rational and very calm, and she said, well, listen, I didn't mean for this to happen, and then right on cue, I swear to you, God of my wishes, right on cue, as Frida said it, there's that awkward... Here's what my wife says. There's an awkward moment. She's made Robin cry.
Right.
Robin is still crying, still has the tears coming down. Meanwhile, we have all this dumb board game stuff sitting out, and Frida says, that's it. I don't want to play this game anymore. We didn't want to play this game to begin with. We're only playing this game because you guys are here, because it's what we do. I don't want to play this game. Everybody says, oh, no, come on and play. Come on, let's finish the game. And then Frida said, well, she says to me all the time, and I jumped around and she said, I'm not going to play now because you've taken the joy out of it. And as she said, because you've taken the joy out of it, I tried to... So you be free to say, I can't play anymore.
I can't play anymore because you've taken
the joy out of it. And I said it right...
You jumped in.
I said it with her.
Right.
She gave me a look like, one of those comic...
Double take.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
And I said to her, I said, hey, welcome to my world.
Right.
This is what I live in. And then with that, Frida got up and walked to the other part of the room,
Right.
away from the dinner table, and sat in a chair and started leafing through a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, meanwhile, still sitting around the Thanksgiving table, it's just me representing our family.
And all the other people that have taken the joy out of the game?
And Bill and Robin and Drew and Nick and Ben. I'm sitting there with all of them, and it was beyond awkward because Robin was still kind of crying, and Frida was sitting in the other.
But it's a tough game, right? It's a game that kind of precipitates some hurt feelings.
It is, and she had to be frustrated that she couldn't think of the answer, and that probably was the beginning of it. But
Yeah, no, and
too much day, time
for everybody.
I think it's a thing where it was one of those that was so obvious that you feel like an idiot when you don't get it. But let's be honest, we're playing a game where you're taking a piece of Play-Doh and trying to make it look like a banana split. Okay? Yeah. So it's not like we're splitting the atom here. It's a dumb game.
It looks like a mushroom cap.
And she, I don't know what Frida said, but that started the waterworks, and it was like, oh my God, you made your sister on Thanksgiving. You made your sister cry on Thanksgiving, and then she leaves the table, and it's just me sitting there with Robin and her family, and now I'm too afraid to say anything because Frida's sitting just 10 feet away. I can't say to Robin, hey, I'm sorry about this,
right?
Because then I'll incur Frida's wrath,
sure.
And I can't go over to Frida and say, hey, you're right, Robin overreacted, because then I piss off Robin. So meanwhile, while Frida's happily reading her magazine now, I'm just sitting at the table with all of these people, and one of the kids said, hey, that was a real buzzkill. And I said,
I love that expression.
I said, yes, it was. And then there was a little nervous shuffling and moving of papers and clay and stuff.
The game didn't continue?
And then it was decided at that point that we would just, we'd bag it.
Yeah. Wow.
There'd be no more.
Your wife is very powerful. If your wife wants the game to end, the game ends.
It was, the thought went up. Somebody threw the trial balloon up. They said, how about we just play the game? Let's just finish the game. And it was like, no. That was it.
No joy.
That was it. No joy. And she made her sister cry on Thanksgiving, and that's the truth.
Wow.
Ruth.
Wow. Well, did they kiss and make up? Everything was okay?
They're fine now. They're fine now. They had a talk, I think, on Saturday morning.
You somehow enjoyed the moment of the...
Listen, what's not to like?
Well, because it takes the boring factor out of it.
Yeah, I mean, when you stop and think about it for a second, look at it out of context, as I do. My wife made her sister cry on a major family holiday.
You're off the hook.
It's fantastic.
You're off the hook for yelling at the kids in the morning.
It's like I could have taken off my pants and done on the table.
Right.
And they would have just said, get out of here.
Right, yeah.
Get out of here.
That's just him.
Mike went to Las Vegas. And
would you like a little Las Vegas break?
I'd love some.
Would you like my tale of Las Vegas? The incredibly exciting city of Las Vegas.
Why'd you just tease us going into the break here now?
I will tell you that I had a fabulous weekend in Las Vegas that was punctuated by a very, very significant legal scare. That's the best way I can put it.
And not only that, I want to get ahead, but think about the smile that America loves.
The smile that America loves?
Your smile.
My smile.
That became damaged.
Oh, yes. And a very significant dental accident.
Oh, no.
Over the weekend.
Oh, my God.
The smile that America loves.
Yes.
Still, you can whistle. Still, you can whistle.
Yeah, well, it's tough when you're sitting across from the lady that you guys met, and, and she's, it was just a little awkward.
Wait until...
It was a little awkward as I realized that somewhere in my Asian lettuce wrap was a part of my tooth.
And which tooth was it, Mike?
The front one, Don.
Okay, we'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Give me some sugar. Love mama. Love you too, big. Nighty night, oh my baby. The Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike have always believed in the theory of time travel. Hence, Time Machine. It is the best of Don and Mike.
Now, we're going to be calling a guy. And here's why we're making this call. Because something that we've always loved, on this show is time machine. Time machine. Time travel. That's right. It's a special time machine. It's a time machine. There was a time we went through a phase on the show when we would call New Zealand.
Right. Or Australia.
Because technically right now it's already tomorrow there.
That's right.
And we would be calling the future.
It's time to check into our time machine.
Now we got some guy who's got some website wants to get on the show, and he has, allegedly, he's talking about, he doesn't have it, but he believes that there was a machine that was built by the Vatican.
What do you mean a machine? It's called a chronovisor.
A time machine that allowed the Vatican to go back in time and look at Christ and what happened to Christ. You know, why go to the Mel Gibson movie when you can build a time machine?
You know why they were able to do it?
Why, Mike?
Because they had a time machine.
Time machine. Time machine. So we're going to call the guy, and now this is where it gets a little hinky. You have to bear with us.
Yeah, trying something new here.
Now, told you the other day, the people at Time Life sent Rob and I the 4 DVD set of the first 3 seasons of Hee Haw.
Hee 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 haw haw. Hee 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 haw haw.
So, because we're just dopes.
You betcha.
And because both Rob and I will use any excuse to escape our homes to come to work.
Understood.
We both collectively told our wives we had a very important meeting. Had to leave home early.
Right.
And it was so we could watch Hee Haw in the production room of the radio station.
Yeehaw!
While we were watching it, I had to fess up. I think I mentioned this yesterday. As this thing was rolling, I realized how much Hee Haw I watched. I knew an awful lot about the people, and I remembered the entire setup and how the whole crazy gang worked. And there were these 2 real dopes, the Hager twins.
The Hagers!
Yeah. The Hagers. And for a while, they wanted the Hagers to be like the equivalent of the Hudson brothers. They wanted because they were identical twins.
They had really big foreheads.
Yeah, they did.
Huge foreheads. Well, they were balding guys that had really long hair.
And they had them in overalls. Like
young balding guys.
Like everybody on Hee Haw, they're in overalls. And they would come out every once in a while and they would sing. So anyway, listen, very long setup. Our names today, I'm Don Hagar.
And I'm Colonel Bob Hager.
And it's Hager, not Hagar.
Right.
And
Is that the one? Is that the other one's name?
it's the Hager brothers.
Or am I Colonel Mike Hager?
And who am I? I'm Gentleman Don.
Gentleman Don Hager and Colonel Mike Hager.
Ah, okay. Bob Hager's actually a friend of mine. Yeah. Hi, Bob. Sorry.
Gentleman, I got it right.
Gentleman Don Hager and Colonel Mike Hager.
And we're identical twins.
How are ye?
And we're identical twins.
We love Time Machine.
And we're doing a country radio show.
Right.
So I'm going to call the guy right now and tell him that the record's about to end and we're going to put him on the air.
Very good.
Okay, so he knows what's happening here. 561. He's expecting the call?
Good.
Oh, good. I'll just tell him that the record's about to run out. Hello?
John Chambers speaking.
Yeah, John, hold on. Don and Mike will be with you in a moment.
Sure.
Okay. You already told him he's on the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, now he can't hear our microphones. Now he'll hear the end of this song, and then, you ready? Because we're the Hager brothers.
I'm ready. I'm ready, Gentleman Don.
Here we go, Colonel Mike.
Oh, man, I'm the Man in Black.
That is Johnny Cash.
That is good music. I sure enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Gentleman Don Hager.
And I'm Colonel Mike Hager.
We're identical twins, and you're listening to Hager and Hager.
We play country music countdown.
We are going to break into our countdown for a moment to talk to a man on our celebrity telephone who likes time machines.
If you listen to the show for a long time, you know that we enjoy time machines just about as much as anything.
Here's what we enjoy.
It's a heck of a story.
We enjoy Supper at Mama's on Sunday.
Yeah, never miss it.
NASCAR.
Right on.
Your country music favorite.
Yes.
Time machines.
Time machines are interesting, and I tell you, we've got a guy here that he's fixing to tell us all about time machines.
Who are ye?
Who am I? John Chambers.
Hey, John, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Hager and Hager get together.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
I'm Gentleman Don.
And I'm Colonel Mike Hager, and we're fixing to have a discussion about time machines on the show.
We are twins. We're not like those funny twins that are like joined at the head or the hip.
Now, we was separated on time, I suppose, a long time
I'm a
ago.
twin, too. I understand.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, now,
Well,
bless your
hot
heart.
darn. Dang, that's interesting.
You know, maybe we could go back in time. I hate to get right through this, but
I
understand.
know you're excited about this.
You have a
Time machine.
We can talk about twins if you want.
No, that's all right. We want to talk about your
Time
time
machine.
machine.
Okay.
We love time machine. We do believe that time travel is popular. And here on our country music network, every once in a while, we try to let the people know. I understand that you have heard about a time machine from the Vatican.
Well, gentlemen, I'm a publisher, a book publisher, and we published a book which we translated from German, which is about a priest, Italian Benedictine priest who claimed to have built a time machine.
A time machine.
He called it the Chronovisor.
I'll tell you the best book I read. I just read a book. I love it. It is a book by a funny lady. Her name is Irma Bombeck.
Oh, she's funny.
I like her myself.
Isn't she funny?
I don't know where she is. I've just discovered her, but I'm telling you, she is as funny as the day is long.
Yeah, she writes. She ain't no longer here, gentlemen. She ain't no longer here, Don.
You are kidding.
She passed.
Now don't Josh with me.
She went. I do believe she. John. She did go to the other side. Did she not?
I'm not sure. Possibly. It's been a while since her books were real popular.
Well, now, Colonel, this is quite.
Would you bring her back if your time machine was working?
It's not my time machine. If Father Ernetti's his name was Father Ernetti. If Ernetti's time, I don't think he couldn't bring anybody back, but he could go back and have a look at her when she was alive. I believe that's.
Hold on a moment. Do you know a man who owns a time machine?
You own a time machine, don't you?
That's a secret.
Do you have it? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Time machine.
Oh man,
nobody's seen it.
Could you?
What do you mean nobody? Well, how do you know it's around then?
Well, he claimed to have. He was a very, very smart guy. I know it doesn't seem like it at first sight, but
I don't like smart people.
Well, he was a very brilliant fellow. He did research here, there, and everywhere, philosophy and music, and made some discoveries in physics. And so you don't necessarily have to believe him, of course. In fact, it sounds kind of outrageous, but you have to wonder why a guy like.
Hey, I got to break in here for just a second, Mr. Chambers. I got to remind everybody this weekend. It's tomorrow. That's right. It's the weekend, and join us out there. We're going to be out. We're going to be out in the big field for the Hog-tacular, which is best finger-licking barbecue you've ever wrapped your tonsils around. I don't mind telling you. Gentleman Don's going to be there, and Colonel Mike. We're both to be. The Hager's going to be out there with you.
Alex says portion of the Hager Brothers Show, sponsored by Goody Headache Powders.
Oh, yeah.
And also by
Powders. You always make that mistake.
Your local Cracker Barrel Restaurant.
Oh, man, I tell you, if it's Sunday and it's after service, you go to Cracker Barrel and you get yourself some of that delicious sausage.
And now, John, if you have a time machine, and we love time machines, is it possible that you could go to Kentucky? I'm guessing that's the state where it's held, where the Kentucky Derby is tomorrow. Can you tell us, with your time machine, who will win the horse race tomorrow?
I can't, but I can tell you that one of the reasons why this guy Ernetti wouldn't say much about his time machine, he was afraid that people would try to in the future and mess it up.
Oh. Let's play a game. I got an idea. Okay.
Time machine.
We're going to play a game right now. John?
Yeah?
I'm going to ask you if you could work this machine and you get the time machine working. You tell me, what would you do with it? And then I'll ask my brother, Gentleman Dom, what he'd do with it.
We are twins.
And then
I will ask you what you would do with it.
Yeah, let's play that game. All right, John.
Okay.
If you had a time machine, what would you do?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I would do with it, okay?
All right.
What would you do with a time machine?
I hope you two gentlemen, I hope all your listeners are listening very closely.
Okay,
now.
we're listening.
What would you do?
You ready?
Time machine.
You ready for what I'm going to tell you?
Go ahead.
Time machine.
I would move all over, creation and let everybody in all eras of time know the following, that our website address is NEWPARA.
Now, John,
and I can order this book, Father Ernetti's Chronovisor.
Now, John, hold on. Now, John, I want to tell you something. We do not have a sign outside our radio show that says no solicitation.
Oh, I know
You're allowed to do your commercial. My twin brother asked you a legitimate question.
I'm curious about the time machine. I'd like to know what you really would do.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to plug your website, and I'll tell you where I would go.
Go ahead. I'm going to ask you now because he lost his turn.
Thank you, brother.
Gentlemen, Don, hold on. Serious answer for me, gentlemen? I'd be glad to
Not for me. I'll tell you where I go in a time machine. I would go back approximately 900 days.
Yeah.
The location would be Daytona, Florida.
Oh, baby.
In my time machine. And that's right. The Intimidator would never have driven into that wall. Yeehaw! Because God did not need a driver.
It's the future, though.
No.
You've seen those movies?
Dale Earnhardt, hello, the Intimidator. If you had a time machine, you go back in time.
Yeah, that's nice.
And you tell Dale,
that's sweet.
Don't drive into the wall.
All right, ask me.
All right, okay. Let me ask you something. Colonel Mike Hagar.
Yeah.
If you had
Hager.
If you had a time machine.
Time machine.
What would you do? Where would you go? Tell me now, brother.
If I had a time machine,
where would you go?
I would go back in time and visit the chocolate pie that's a mile wide.
That's hard to beat.
I know.
If only Dale was in the middle of that chocolate pie.
Hey, John.
I can't compete with you, but I'll try. Go ahead.
You like ham?
Yes, sure.
I sure do, too.
What kind of eggs do you like?
What kind of eggs do I like?
Yeah, how you like them?
Oh, well, I like...
over easy, under easy, scrambled boy.
Yes, ostrich eggs I like.
Could I go back in your time machine, and go to the first ever Waffle House?
Sure.
That would be great. You imagine being the first person to ever eat one of those scrumptious meals? And you know what would make that possible? Time machine.
Is your secret time machine kind of like one of them TiVos?
Kind of like one of those what?
TiVos. You know that TV thing?
What are you talking about?
I was wondering if his time machine, Gentleman Don, was like one of them TiVos that records the things off the TV.
That's a fantasy. That's
like
a fantasy, Colonel Mike.
A little tiny submarine with a periscope. Something like that.
Is that what it's like?
Yeah, I understand, but I've never seen it. Nobody's ever seen it. That's the problem with that.
I am the best dancer, I reckon, but my father danced, too.
Oh, our daddy really could. Our daddy
danced. He danced country style.
Have you fellas seen that movie, that Mel Gibson movie, The Passion of Christ?
Wait, what's that?
What? Hello?
Yeah. That Mel Gibson movie, The Passion of Christ?
No, I saw.
Okay, I won't mention that again.
I saw Braveheart.
But Ernetti said he'd seen Christ on the cross. That's the one of those.
You ever see that movie Mad Max that he's in?
Yeah.
You know what I've seen at the IMAX?
Which one?
NASCAR.
Oh, man.
Oh, to die for.
You might as well. You go to that theater and you might as well be sitting on them cars. It's kind of like Time Machine because you can watch the movie. You know. I'm not learning nothing about
Melvin
time
Gibson.
machines though.
I know Melvin Gibson is in that thrilling movie Lethal Weapon.
That's a good movie.
I like when Joe Pesci says, no. I like to die.
Oh, that's
I wish I had a time machine so I could go back and just watch that part of the movie over.
So when do you purchase? When do you take control of it? When do you get it? When do you own it?
Your time machine.
When do I own my time machine?
You betcha.
Time machine.
When I have time. I can't afford one. They're very expensive, I understand.
You know what?
You're the guy that said it was going to talk about a time machine. How come you can't? If you don't have it, what are you talking about?
Well, I can tell you what's in our book, which was reported by an Austrian journalist.
Are you just here to sell a book, or do you have a time machine, sir?
Oh, I don't have a time machine.
Well, that's it. We can't talk to you if you don't have a time machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. This is what happens sometimes.
All right, we got to cut them loose.
Hager Brothers.
Yep.
I'm Gentleman Don Hager.
And I'm Colonel Mike Hager, and we just talked to a guy that did not own a time machine like we were told.
I'm sorry about that. We advertised that to our audience. We have some heady... Oh, he hung up.
That's a shame, but, he didn't have a time machine no how.
I'm Gentleman Don Hager.
And I'm tired of eating these slimy, sloppy eggs.
For the Hager Brothers. Am I saying that right? Is it Hager?
Hager.
Hager. You said Hagar. Hagar. Hey, like Sammy Hagar.
Like Hagar, the horrible.
I enjoyed that. He's gone. He's hung up.
Oh, we're calling back, Rob.
If you'd like to make a call.
Yeah, see if he likes how it went.
I mean, and listen, seriously, I'll plug his dumb website. It's Newpara, NEWPARA.com.
Very good.
Dope's got he has proof of it says here, Wayback Machine to film Christ's crucifixion for the Vatican.
Wow.
The
chronovisor.
The Vatican wanted proof, so this guy had his access to a time machine.
He ain't answering the phone now.
Here goes. Hold it. It's ringing.
Hello? Time machine.
Time machine's exciting.
Time machine.
It's a shame we weren't able to talk to him for more.
Hey, John, it's Rob with Westwood One. How are you? Good. Did you like the interview? How do you think it went? How do you figure?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We finally got
No,
somebody.
you're right. No, they don't have PhDs. I'm afraid they don't.
I know, okay. We got another one.
Good.
I got them to mention the website again. I'm sorry about the misunderstanding.
This is good. I can't wait to get the recap on this one.
Very good. Well, thanks again. And we'll be seeing you, maybe in the past.
Time machine.
All right, bye then. Bye then. All right, no, of course not. Bye then.
All right, what did he say? Come on, give me the... All right. What did he say? Time machine.
I want to hear this.
He said, you have to be pulling my leg. I said, no. He said, I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. He said, well, obviously they didn't understand. but as long as we got the website out there, no hard feelings.
That's what it's all about.
That's the spirit.
Time machine. Time machines are fun. And just in case you missed any part of today's show, go to, what was that website again?
Newpara.com.
That's right. If you missed the show, you can go back in the time machine.
We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Now you two are taking a time out.
The Don and Mike Show.
Vintage goodness. It's the best of Don and Mike.
Don Geronimo is a civilized man, but sometimes people and things and experiences push him to the very brink. It's the best of Don and Mike.
On the way to work, I want to tell you why I am a man, and I am a civilized man. I don't walk on all fours. I walk upright.
That's right.
I have self-control. However, today,
Yes.
that was tested.
I was going to second that. You do have self-control.
I am a man, and I am a civilized man. I don't walk on all fours. I walk upright.
That's right.
I have self-control. However, today,
Yes.
that was tested.
I was going to second that. You do have self-control. No one, in my estimation, has greater control than you do. You and I do. Together.
Yes, together.
I mean,
right.
If there's one thing that people who analyze both of us find common ground in, it is that we are both men who
We'd rather
control themselves.
Think things through. Think of all possibilities before coming to a decision.
And really, the entire way, both of us, we are men of different tastes, different lifestyles, everything. However, the one common thread is control, and above all, and related to the control, patience.
And my man, of course, who I have to thank, as always, all greatness to God, but also my man, Ben Zen.
Yes.
The janitor here, Ben, who's very into Zen Buddhism, who helps me center and relax myself before every show.
Refer to him as the Dolly Benja.
Yeah, that's right. ZB, Zen Ben.
Right.
Anyway, here's the deal. This is why I have great restraint. I didn't kill somebody today.
Very good.
And trust me, for just a nanosecond, it crossed my mind. Here's the situation. And it's nothing out of the ordinary. I'm driving to work. It's a nice enough day. It's sunny. It's like 65.
Beautiful.
I'm on a 2-lane road where the speed limit's 45. Everything's okay. Cars are slowing down a little bit in front of me, but I don't mind. And then I notice, as I get a little closer to the reason people are slowing down a little bit, it's a woman who's running on the side of the road. Now, normally I'd have, no problem with this.
A jogger?
Yeah, you're jogging. But because she's out on a main road, because there's all these little subdivisions that pepper this road. So she obviously lives in one of these. What was that, Rob? What happened?
Courtney Love threw a mic stand.
I didn't see anything.
Did you just knock something over?
The cart rack, the rolling cart rack that has all the tapes on it, it got tangled in this mic cord and it knocked over this Shure SM7. So
there you go, getting all technical on our ass. It was a microphone.
It was a microphone.
A
microphone.
Rob gave the cutest little inhale when he said that, because it was just knocked over the Shure FM7.
It's maybe the first time Mike has ever said anything about me was cute. Thank you, Mike.
Not when he's drunk.
That's true. Well, that is normally beautiful.
That's when I'm kissing everybody.
So it's a woman that's running.
So you're in back of her? How many cars are you in back
of her? No, I can see her. I'm about 3 car lengths behind her, and she's on my side of the road, the right side of the road, and she's jogging. Now, here's what just pisses me off and sets me off. She's a stereotype. She's a cliche. and she's annoying. Let me describe her to you.
The body type?
The body type, apparently, she's quite fanatical about the exercise. She's a slim woman. She appears to be a soccer mom. She has on, jogging pants, a kind of nylon jogging pants. Here's where she loses me. She's got the sweatshirt tied around her waist, okay, because it's one of those days.
She's standard look. And
she's got that big Kathy Lee Gifford visor on. You know how Kathy Lee sometimes will wear that visor?
Right.
And she has those big, gigantic Jack Kent Cooke sunglasses on. And she's power walking. So as she's walking along the roads, it's almost like, here's how I can describe it. You ever been to a football game or seen a football game on TV, and they'll show people in the stands, and they've got these little puppets, and it's got the football player's head, but if you pull the strings inside, the puppet pretends that he punches. You know,
it's like doing the power walk, almost like your Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Yes. Yeah, and there was a Malcolm in the Middle about this a couple of years ago, where the dad figured out that he was a really good power walker.
I saw that episode.
Right. So this woman is walking, first off, you're walking in a ridiculous, it looks like you have cerebral palsy. You're walking down the road like this, twitching and everything, and she just has that attitude.
You have to be careful when you talk about that. She might very well have had cerebral palsy.
Well, then she shouldn't be on the road, because the road is not for cripples. Okay? Either way, thank you, Rob. Either way, I'm sure she didn't have cerebral palsy.
So what could possibly have annoyed you so much about a woman?
Here's what annoyed me is that she's the cliche. She is
suburban.
But was she delaying you in some way?
Not really. A little bit. 5 miles an hour, people would slow to get by her. But it was just...
What's she taking her half out of the middle? What's going on?
No, she was way off on the side of the road. People were slowing down out of convenience.
Was she pretty? Is that why they were slowing down?
No.
Was it the show, the spectacle she was creating?
Yes, and it just said to me...
Was she power walking in the wrong spot? Was she somewhere she shouldn't have been?
No, she could have been doing this. Listen, if I had driven into a suburban neighborhood and she was doing it, I would be pissed. She gives so many women a bad rap. This is why I hate women, I think, with the exception of my charming wife. Of course. This could be one of the reasons that I think generally I hate women.
Well, there you go. Now you've just given all the misogynist theories out there. You've given them credence. Well, why'd you finally have to come out and admit it? I mean, why don't you just let the truth be known and without said?
Okay. Well, Mike, it's
or whatever I just meant to say.
It's out there now. I'm a woman hater.
How many years have we been called misogynists on this show? And now you finally admit it.
And I always thought it meant that we were good with our fingers.
No, not at all.
Misogynist. No. Now you tell me it's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
Well, anyway, it was the fact that here was a woman who symbolizes everything. When you say to somebody, we're going to move to the suburbs, and you say to somebody, we're going to move not only to the suburbs, but we're going to move to the whitest suburbs in the world, where all of the women will be perfectly manicured and will go out with their Calvin Klein or Yves Saint Laurent, whatever goddamn designer visor it is that she had on, with her $300 shoes, and I knew they were expensive running shoes, and her outfit, and of course it's too warm to wear the sweatshirt.
Was she wearing the spandex underneath the shorts?
Yes.
Oh, I hate that look. There you go. There you go.
And so she's got the sweatshirt tied off around her waist. She's got the thing on, the visor on. She's got her hair coming out of a ponytail in the back. And while she's power walking, I realize that she's also talking into a headset.
Of course.
Yes, she's on the telephone at the same time. Listen.
Multitasking.
Listen, bitch. Go home and wash the kitchen floor. Really. It was Buzz. Yeah. It was a brief moment.
Yeah.
It passed. It's passed again now.
No, you saw this woman and she really set you off.
Well, you know what it is? It is exactly what the suburbs are.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I love this man, Buzz. Yeah. I will tell you right now, what he's doing.
I hate this.
He's articulating things that probably, 1,000 people that drove by her said the same thing.
But you told me you're not mad. Now, and who knows? Maybe she works. Maybe she's a doctor. Maybe she does something really important, like work with retarded kids. And incidentally, good luck on that one. But let's say that she has some charitable job where she's doing something great for people.
So it doesn't matter to you, does it?
I'll even give her that. No, it's the fact that she's wearing all of the junk and she's out there and she's got her arms going back and forth. And
Men do it too.
Yeah, but the thing is, a guy would never be...
No, a guy would be on a bicycle that would be...
That wouldn't take it that far.
A guy would be Don. Now wait a minute. We've discussed this before. You will admit that the lady doing the power walking is the same as those male cyclists you see taking their half out of the middle on the weekend with the outfits on. The guys that think they're all Lance Armstrong.
Yes, I agree. It was just a woman. It happened to be a woman today, and I was just thinking, now here's another woman. Here's what her day must be like. Mm-hmm. Good morning, darling. What are you doing? Well, I'm going off to my job as I do every day. What are you doing? Well, let me see. I'm going to go to the grocery store. Then I think I'm going to put on my cute outfit, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do the most retarded power walking where I look like John Paul Lewis.
While I talk to my other suburban housewife friends.
Yeah, and I'm going to be talking to Missy on the telephone at the same time. Mm-hmm. Oh, and where's my Calvin Klein visor?
Mindy.
Mindy
Muffy, whatever her name is.
You were only you shared her space for so brief a time, but did you get the vibe that she was power walking to better herself or power walking to be seen power walking?
No, and I also was instantly able to surmise this. Yeah. She was power walking.
Good for you.
She was power walking.
To annoy you.
No, she was power walking to keep her man. She was one of those girls. She's dreadfully afraid.
Oh, okay.
Dreadfully afraid. She must be like right on the cusp of hitting the wall.
Right.
And she's one of those broads that rather than just let life happen and think you're going to turn out okay, she's going to get all anorexic looking and Skeletor herself out.
So you're slamming her for taking care of herself? Is that what it is, or what?
I guess if that's the way you want to paint it. I was just
just playing a little devil's advocate there.
I just saw her today, and
don't do it in front of you. Right?
It just set me off. It was just like, oh, you know what? Girls like you, women like you.
See, you have to move further out to the country.
No, I like where I live. I like where I live.
Like there. You're part of that. You live in that.
Yeah, but no, I don't live exactly
in that. You live in that area with all those people that do that. You got to come out. Well, you know what the women do out where I live? They eat chicken.
Well, that's good.
They power eat chicken. They're in eating chicken. And you know what? In the morning when that lady's power walking, the women out where I live are eating chicken from the night before.
I'll tell you this, though. And all of that, at least I did look at her and I did say, well, thank God my wife is not like that. I mean, she's got her moments, too, obviously. Right. Botox, bathroom, everything else, sure. But at least she's not out there doing her stupid power walking with her talking on her phone and taking up a lane of traffic and, oh, look at me, I'm so busy. I wonder if I'm going to make it home in time to watch the Food Network today. And don't forget book club this afternoon. La, 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 la. Hello, Kathy. Look at me. I'm walking on Route 123.
Right.
There's a man in a big SUV, and he looks like he's going somewhere important. He must be a man going to work. Ha ha. How silly he is. Why wasn't he born a woman? Then he could live my life.
You know what you are? you have a syndrome. You have a syndrome that I have a name for this that I'm going to trademark. I'm actually going to, yes, you're a schizosuburban. You are a schizosuburban. It comes from living in the look at you getting your deep breath and stuff like that. It comes from living in the suburbs for too long and being exposed to this type of person for too long. Yeah. All these things, not just this. It's the people in traffic. It's everything.
Although I do have to say,
you're a schizosuburban.
I do have to say, have I ever mentioned the stick lady? The lady who lives in my neighborhood?
I don't think so. No.
I have to say something's happened with the stick lady.
What's the stick lady?
Okay, there's a lady.
Who's the stick lady?
There's a lady who lives in my neighborhood, a couple of blocks away, and she walks her dogs. And as it turns out, she walks her dogs down. We live off the beaten path a little bit. She walks her dogs down our street and up an accompanying street, and I can't tell you how many times I'm coming home from work, and I see the speed limit's 25.
Right.
I'm doing 30. Right, because they're little kids. I know the neighborhood. There's little kids, but without fail, and I used to call her the stick bitch because for the longest time I'd come running by and I'd have my windows up with the radio on, but I see her going, hey, slow down. Slow down. And she would walk. She always walks with a stick.
A walking stick?
But no, like a branch off a tree.
Oh, just like kind of like dragging it.
So she's got her mutts out there with her. And like 3 nights a week I come home and I get this from the stick lady. And I've never gotten into it with her. At one point I actually thought about stopping the car and saying, listen, I was only going 30. I looked at the speedometer. I know that there are small children on our street. I watch out for it. And as a matter of fact, to be totally honest with you, lady, You live like 8 blocks away. Why don't you walk in your own neighborhood? But I don't ever say that to her.
But you wanted to.
Yeah, but I have to say, to be totally honest, that last night when I was driving home, I made the turn to go on the street by my house, and there was the stick lady.
The stick lady.
And I made the turn, and I was going like maybe 35, and you know what she did? She looked up, and she waved, and she smiled at me.
Huh.
You smiled at me.
You won over the stick lady, and with that, you jerked the wheel to the right, taking her and her 2 dogs to the happy hunting ground.
No, I don't know. You're getting me all wrong.
What do you mean? I didn't say anything.
No, I mean me.
What?
I'm presenting this all wrong.
What are you presenting? Are you okay?
I don't like meeting with people right before the show.
So let me tell you something. I walked in. We've been back at work, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
Is it 2 weeks? I came in today. I thought something. I went and I said,
today's a week.
Is today a week?
Yeah.
Today was a week, and the rest of the week was another week.
I walked in the office today. I said, hey, what's up? And I was ready for you to say, I just came from the doctor and he found a lump.
No.
Because you looked down today, and it's meeting with that guy.
And I'm really in a fantastic mood. I think if I hadn't met with.
I know how you gave me a look though when I came in. You did. You looked at my shoes immediately when I came in, and your look to me. Let me see if I get this right. Here's the vibe.
Mike, you're all right.
Here's the vibe. Wait, here's the vibe. Even though I'm not connected, okay, and I don't, and he doesn't want me to be connected, but I still get the vibe of hey, Mr. On the golf course, how was it today when I had to sit down with the dink that I didn't want to sit down with?
No, listen, and when we get the right dink, that's when you're going to be brought in.
I understand. But what it was today, even though you don't need me involved in this process right now, was even though you don't need me, nor do you want me in the process right now at this stage of the game, it still was, even though you want to do it, you didn't dig doing it today. You did not, whatever this guy did,
here's the
man, he put you in a bad mood.
Here's the thing, it's all political. This guy today was not my choice. He was a company choice. He was somebody the company said, God, I hope he's not listening. Well, too bad.
Yeah.
Too bad for him. Learn something about radio, my friend. He wasn't really my first choice. He was not even my second choice or my third choice.
You were humoring the powers that be by granting an interview.
They scheduled the interview,
right?
Because you got to interview
granting an audience.
You've got to interview a lot of people, and if you find some, and he had some good qualifications.
Yeah.
I think if I hadn't just met with this guy and frankly wanted to throw him out the window, that I probably would have come in today, and I still would have been pissed about the lady jogging, but I perhaps would have presented it in a more lighthearted way, just to say how much I hate how the suburbs are.
Did you feel good when the lady smiled and waved at you after all the? Did it feel kind of satisfying though? Because she told you, wasn't it nice to get a wave? Like now you're an okay guy.
You're accepted.
And you know what? I didn't return it.
Ah, good.
I didn't return it.
Did you smile?
All right.
No, I didn't.
Will you next time?
I may.
There you go.
Does the stick lady have any producing experience?
So this guy said, oh, hold on. Suburban Bitches I see on the screen.
Huh.
Chris in Buffalo, WBUF. Chris.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, what's up?
Listen, I've spent a lot of time in the communities you're talking about, and I like to refer to all these women that you're talking about as they live in a different world than we do. They live in happy bitch land, where everything's pink and fuzzy and disgusting, and there's bunnies hopping around everywhere.
There's bunnies. Hey, that's a good Good Friday call right there.
You kind of tapped into exactly what I should have said.
And there's bunnies.
Welcome, friend.
And, and use the bad grammar too, because it works. It's funny. And there's bunnies everywhere.
Yeah, it's funnier.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Chris, are you there, Chris? Hello, what are you doing? Yeah, Chris.
Hey, man, how you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
I've got my own version of Stick Lady.
All right.
But it's a guy. I live right next to Michael Mayer's restaurant in Manassas. I drive through the neighborhood. I'm 19 years old.
You know what that means for you? That means property values going up.
Yes.
And let me just mention.
Hank's Look Around Cafe.
What's good, Mike?
The Rack of Lamb. I recommend that.
Hank's Look Around Cafe.
Yeah, all new.
I've got it in.
You'll lick the plate. But I mean, that area, that's like a commercial area, sir. I mean, I guess there are lots of houses around there, too, right?
Well, I live near the Parkway, close to the Parkway.
Okay, all right.
So I'm driving through the neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood, but I'm 19. I'm living with my parents. I've got a
loser.
All right, get to the point. Come on, hurry up.
So look, So the guy literally yells at me every day to slow down, but I'm doing 26 miles per hour.
You know, I have experienced people in neighborhoods. I know, and you know what? The stick lady might be like this. They live to tell people to slow down.
That's right.
That's their whole purpose. It's not really that they're upset. They just are waiting for a car to come along so you can go, hey,
They
slow
love
down.
that.
And I've always wanted to stop her to say, listen, honey, you really don't even live in my neighborhood. You live, she lives, 2 miles away.
She probably waited for you. If she did it a bunch of times, it would be like, hey, come on. It's her little power trip.
My problem is not with the stick lady. My problem was with the power walker.
Understood.
Which was really fueled by Larry. Larry, that's his name. That's all I'll say, his first name.
I feel so empty inside that I didn't get a chance to at least see Larry. You know,
You missed it.
Chris, so what happened with you and the stick guy?
Well, now it comes a big whole thing. Every time I drive through the neighborhood, I've got an exhaust on my car. I'll rev it as soon as I pass his house at 2 o'clock in the morning. I make sure my music's up loud. One time I was driving in the car with my mom, and I flicked them off.
There you go.
Well, so I went to one of the...
There you go. All right, well, thanks, loser.
Learning to be a citizen.
hey, he gets a free meal when he's 21.
And you know what? It speaks well to have that in your neighborhood, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
You should get one of those exhaust whistles. Have you seen those?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they're nice.
Well, the rage out there now. It's the Honda Civic with the exhaust the size of a train tunnel.
I find it rather rife.
There it is. So this fella that came in today.
Finally.
Oh, we finally mentioned Rice?
Yeah, he's been waiting to do that for a long time.
The guy that came in today, and I don't even know if he's listening now. He came in and he wasn't right, and I knew it right away, but I was trying to humor him along, and as it turns out, the guy didn't, he has a pretty good media history, but he doesn't know anything about our show.
Yeah, which was, you had made it clear as crystal yesterday that you wanted somebody who at least had one day of listening to the show under his belt.
Yeah, well, he had, I guess this is probably going to be the first time he's ever listened to the show. Now, on his way to the train station.
Fine, isn't it?
Larry, I hope you like the show. Too bad you'll never work here, but good luck to you, Larry.
But Larry put you in a bit of a mood.
Well, Rob was in there.
Yeah.
Rob, and listen, I used Rob as the great cushion. I said to Rob, I'm going to be in with this guy. I said, come in after I'm in like 15 minutes. And if you come in and I tell you to get lost, that means it's going okay. Then I want to talk to the guy. I said, but if you come in the room and I tell you to sit down,
right,
that means I want you to get him out of here. So as soon as Rob came by the door, I said, Rob, come in.
I've never gotten such a welcome.
Really? Sit down, please.
Rob, have a seat.
I could not have been any more transparent.
Right.
Like, hey, have a seat. Rob can probably tell you a lot more about how things go along here than I can.
What was the total time frame of the interview?
Just with me and him, 20 excruciating minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then like 10 more, right, with you there, Robbie?
Yeah.
About 10 more minutes?
And then you welcomed me in for the last 5. So.
Yeah.
So you got to look at him, too?
That's right. Buzz was there, too. Buzz came up for his meeting, and the guy wasn't figuring out that, like, as people kept coming in for the meetings.
Welcome. Come on in. Everybody, join us.
I wasn't telling all these people to leave.
Right.
Sure. I was saying, come on in. This is Buzz. This is Larry.
Now sometimes, because I don't want anybody who's going out on a job interview to think that this necessarily is always a bad omen, because quite often, if you're interviewing somebody and you like them, you will bring the other principles of the operation in to say, hey, I want you to meet this. That wasn't the case this time. Do you think maybe he misread the situation?
I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Frankly, I don't know how he got up here for the interview today. I really don't know. I don't get it. He just sat there, and it seems to me, and again, this is just me, if you're going to be on a job interview, if you don't have a new suit to wear, at least press the suit you got.
A little wrinkled, a little rumpled?
Yeah, well, a little looked like he slept in a suitcase.
Really?
But, I even overlooked that at first, because, look at me, I'm not a clothes horse. I'm just wearing nice clothes because I'm meeting this guy today.
Yes.
Right? So then we sit down, and then there was the problem with the eye contact, and I asked him what I thought were some generic questions about, like I said, what's your favorite radio station of all time?
What's your sign?
You ask a radio guy that, and he said he had an answer. He said K-Rock, Los Angeles. KROQ. I said, oh, great station. What do you like about them? And he said, well, they're real good, and the The DJs are good, and
you're looking for a radiophile. You want a guy like
good.
you. You want a guy that knows the business.
At least a guy who knows something about radio, right? For God's sakes. Hey, Joe.
Were you like the people on The Apprentice last night?
Joe. Yeah, you know what?
Grilling him.
Joe, I really was going easy on him. I didn't have the Easy Bake Oven turned up way past like 150. I wasn't giving him the super grill job.
But there's he's like a little bee in your bonnet. Something you just didn't click.
He is.
That's what it's all about.
It does. And frankly, what this was right now was his final test. So I'll tell him now, Larry, without question, you're a good guy. You're fired.
You know what's going to be amazing with this process, that you bring in somebody that you really love, and you sit down and you do the interview, and you're enamored of this guy, and then of course phase 2 comes where you
or a girl, Mike,
and you bring in you bring me in after the point, and of course Don knows the way this will work, and he's very nice to let me in on the decision process, where I will walk in and inside of 30 seconds I just say, if I look down and I say, hey, nice to meet you, this is going to be a great thing, or the other thing is within 5 seconds I'll come in and I'll go, oh no, and then just turn around and walk out of the office.
That makes it clear.
That's the way the process is going to work. Oh, I'm so sorry,
Larry. The final test here for you today. Well, and I'm speaking to him now directly. The final test for you today was, while I'm talking to you about on the radio, talking about you on the radio, it would have been a perfect opportunity if you really wanted the job. You would have called the station, said, let me get through on the air with these guys.
Right.
I kind of explained that to him. He had a hard time understanding the concept. He said
he didn't understand the concept where what is reality is not, and what is not is reality, whatever that type of thing we do here.
Yeah, I said to him,
our lives are open books.
I said to him, the show is kind of everything that happens on the air and off the air. He went, okay. I tell you, and then just for future reference, Larry,
we're the original reality programmers.
I'll tell you this: the last question I asked, and this is where I knew that he was a stone cold, just a rock. I mean, he's a bead, he's a pebble, he's nothing. I say to the guy, let's say that you're the producer of this show. Who would you pull as a guest today? If you could pull anybody, who would you pull? And he thought about it for a second. And I said, don't look at the newspaper or anything. And I said, take your time. Just tell me, who would you pull? Because you got the whole freaking world to choose from. You know what his answer was?
What's that?
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
And then he
said... Not acceptable, Mr. Spicoli.
And then he said, maybe somebody from one of the hot new reality shows. Meanwhile, in my head, this is what I'm thinking. You mean one of the new hot reality shows, dumbass, like The Swan, or like The Next Top Model, or perhaps Forever Eden, or Average Joe 2, Adam, or what about American Idol? You ever heard of that one? And last night on Survivor, did you know Lex got kicked off Survivor? And did you know that Lex got kicked off by the old bitch who sold him out? Just like Boston Rob? I didn't say that to him, though. I just sat there.
That's probably good.
Is Lex the guy that's in love with what's her name?
Amber? No, that's Boston Rob.
Boston Rob.
Why
do they call him Boston? Is he from Boston?
Mike, because he's from Boston. He wears
what's that accent he's got?
He wears your beloved Red Sox.
I know he wears the Red Sox hat, but he sounds like he's from the Bayou.
Andy was in the band Boston.
Yeah, so last night on Survivor, this was so great. That there's the tattooed guy, Lex, right? And what happened...
Lex got screwed?
Yeah, here's what happened.
Lex.
Here's what happened last week. Boston Rob comes to Lex and says, dude, you really got to help me save my girlfriend, Amber.
Yeah, because Amber went from one tribe to the other. She was the only outsider that was a member of the, whatever the tribe was.
So Lex says, okay, we're pals. I'll do this.
And he kind of did work for him. He lobbied his tribe to keep her and vote Jerry out.
So then last night...
I missed it last night.
Okay, last night they give out 2 immunity bracelets or necklaces. Right. Boston Rob wins one.
Okay.
And one of the old bags wins one. And it's Boston Rob talking to Lex. And Boston Rob says, well, I got some news for you that I've gotten together with the 5 other people, and we're all voting you out. And Lex says, we're friends. I kept Amber because of this. And Boston Rob says, hey, I'm sorry.
How did Lex get over on the other tribe?
They merged. Last night, everybody merged. Everybody merged.
Okay.
So.
Oh, God. So, that's Survivor, man.
So, hold on. So Boston Rob says this is the guy Lex. This guy Lex is just pissed. And he says, I thought we were friends. Get out of here. Now, the old broad who won the immunity necklace, they got her on camera crying, and she says, I can't believe believe Boston Rob. This means more to me than $1 million. Friendship means more than $1 million. I'm going to give Lex my immunity. And she hugs him, and he says, no, don't do this. And she says, no, I'm going to do this for you because there's more to this than money. You mean so much to me.
Can they give their immunity away?
Yes, they can.
Wow.
Oh, now you go to tribal council. And they say, they're doing all the talk with what happened this week. They go to Boston Rob. They said, you want to give up your immunity? And he goes, nope. And then they go to Lex. And they go to the old broad who's got the immunity, who's promised him the immunity. Mm-hmm. And he says to her, hey, old bag, what are you going to do? And she says, I've decided I will stay in the game and I will play. And you see this guy, Lex.
And Lex is totally screwed?
Lex has been screwed by Amber, by Boston Rob.
Wow.
And now by...
How did Amber screw him?
By this old broad.
Because Amber voted him out, right?
Yeah, because Amber, they were all in on it.
Oh, wow.
They're all in on it. Although Amber did get a couple of votes.
But that's amazing because, I mean, Boston Rob, that's exactly the reason that they were going to merge, and he was going to cover Lex's ass.
He totally lied to him. He sold him out last night.
That's low down.
That's why that's a good show.
That is a great show.
That's why that's the best last 10 minutes of television.
And so the old broad's there, and Lex is gone.
Lex is gone.
Lex was a good guy.
Lex and all of his tattoos and everything. He's out of there. And that old broad.
I wouldn't want to be Boston Rob or Amber for the next week.
They'll be all right.
No, they're going to break them up.
I don't know because there's still the dumb farmer left, Big Tom.
I like Big Tom.
There's the guy with
the mountain man with the big beard,
Rupert.
Right,
Rupert. And then you have, as always, the sassy sister.
Yeah,
and she's in good shape.
She's cute.
And then Amber and I don't know. Anyway, that was it. And the guy that was in today to be our producer didn't know anything about that. So that's it. That's it. All right. Well, I got that out of my system. Thanks.
You feel better now?
I got another interview on Monday. Hopefully it'll go better.
Do you feel better now is my question.
Do I feel better? Yeah, I feel great.
Good. Okay.
I feel great now.
Larry and the jogging lady are gone, and the stick lady likes you. So you can move forward.
Thank you very much. Although that lady, that power walking lady, listen, there is something to be said for them. Not as hot now, but there's something to be said for them. There's something wrong about that.
Well, yeah, I know.
Just giving out like the wrong impression of America. That's not what we're about.
Well, in the old days when women would just, churn butter and bake.
And what was wrong with that, Mike?
Nothing, not one little bit.
What was wrong with that? Oh,
they'd all look like Aunt B.
It's just
by the time they were 40.
What's wrong with America? I'm going to call out Regis again. I know we're late. Give me 30 seconds. I can do this. I'm watching the Regis and Kelly Lee show today, as I'm often want to do.
Right.
And he's holding up the newspaper with all the stuff. And you ever check out how long Regis's fingernails are?
Yes, Regis has old man unkempt fingernails. Fingernails that for some reason at a certain age, it looks like a corpse.
And they do enough close-ups with they hold up stuff. Someone should tell him, either bite them or...
There you go, take a look at that.
Get them cut down.
I think it's worse than unkempt. I think it's manicured. And he says, leave them long.
You know who also has gross fingernails? In the Pulp Fiction, when Christopher Walken holds up the watch.
Oh,
you ever watch that?
Oh, yeah.
Nasty.
Little man.
Nasty fingernails.
Remember where he hit it.
Yeah, very, very straight. Yeah, that's right, where he hit it.
Yeah. So Regis is holding up the newspapers and he's whatever, look, the Yankees won or whatever, and look, the girls from The Apprentice. Then he holds up the picture that has the Chinese, the 3 Chinese people that are being held over in Iraq and
Japanese, I think. Right?
Japanese. Well, same thing.
Yeah, right.
And all of our Marines surrounding one of our guys that's dead.
Yes.
And Regis holds this up for a second and says, did you see this? And says, look at these poor people being held and our Marines. And he says, every day I read this and he goes, I don't know. So Peppa, on the show today, Hugh Jackman. Listen,
that Regis thing, I don't know. What do you mean, Regis?
Regis, grow a set.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Regis, you're 80 years old. Go ahead.
People are not going to not watch the Regis and Kelly show because you come out and say that you're feeling a little iffy about the war. Check the polls, dude.
Speak up.
It's like 70% of Americans are now wondering what we're doing over there. And that's all he's doing is saying what most people are saying. But he doesn't have the guts to say it.
Right.
Just doesn't have the guts to say it. You got to have guts. Listen, that lady today, I really wouldn't have killed her. But she pissed me off doing that on the
Even with immunity?
Even with immunity. That's it.
Total immunity? No one would ever know?
Well, then she'd be dead. She'd be dead. But she'd have company, because I'd kill Larry, too.
There you go.
I'd kill Larry, the guy that wanted to be our producer.
Kill Larry first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Repeatedly. Over and over. I do it like a la CSI.
There you go.
I pull out a hammer.
Oh, man.
I was a powerful CSI last night, Jack. I was mighty. Oh, God!
There's the hammer alert.
Sorry. That was not on purpose.
Click, click, click.
That was so not on purpose. We'll be back, okay?
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike Show.
Expertly aged like a fine cheddar. The best of Don and Mike.
It's a Friday favorite always, Low Budget Jeopardy. It's the best of Don and Mike.
Of course.
All right.
You know, this is the Sopranos. It's back this weekend. Hey, Tony.
What's happening?
Tony Soprano.
It's been a long time since last time we came in here with each other. You look good. You look all good. How you doing, Buzz?
Hey.
What's happening? You doing all right?
Hey, how come it's been so long since your show's been on?
Hey, forget about it. It takes a long time to, do all the rehearsing and all that. I don't get involved in the details. It's just, hey, be happy it's back, okay? Come on,
we
get
are.
a break. Come on, don't get crazy with
I've seen the first 4 episodes.
Man, hey,
great.
How you doing? I mean, really, how you doing? Are you feeling persecuted and all that? I've been reading all the, the stuff and the people. Man, the government, I tell you right now, that they persecute everybody.
Mike
it's
and I...
a very frustrating situation. I tell you, you're martyrs. You're martyrs. You sacrifice yourself. All you're doing is trying to make a living for your families, and they're doing all this stuff.
We're cool with this.
You sit to my stomach.
Listen, the changes that we've had to make are very small.
It's ridiculous what you have to go through. Has any other DJ informed on you?
No, has anybody turned us in? I don't think so. Although, oh boy, you're going to hate this.
I got a problem.
You're going to hate this. I asked our listeners to turn in the DJ last week.
Oh.
I did.
You're a rat.
Yeah, I guess
that's the lowest life form. What do you mean you ratted out another DJ?
Well, he's a real jerk face.
Come on! That's not the way. That's the code. Can I ask you a question? It's just between you and me.
Sure.
You're talking about the FSMC, whatever.
FCC.
You're not wearing a wire, are you?
A wire? No.
Okay, I'm going to have to pat you down.
Oh, no. See, no, you don't get it.
You don't want to wear a wire.
FTC
Oh, I do get it. Excuse me, my friend. I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me explain what get it is. All right? You're being investigated, correct? You're being scrutinized.
Yes.
They're talking to, all the DJs, the shock, the eyes are on you, am I right?
Yes.
Well, better way for you, and I have to be honest, to get into these people's favor than to rat out me. So I have to be careful when I'm around how I behave. But I tell you, I think it's completely unfair what they're doing. I love you so the old way with all the crap.
Oh, come on now. There's the show now.
Come on. Right. You going to get any broads?
No.
Ah, come on.
Come on.
I think
you know who will understand
You're wussies. You're total wussies.
Where's James?
You're a total wussy.
Where's James Gandolfini?
He's here. You want to talk to him?
Where's James?
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, you got to get the door again. He's waiting outside. I told him I'd do the whole show. All right, come on.
Come here, Jimmy Gandolfini.
I'll give you the microphone.
Emmy Award winner, Golden Globe winner.
Take the microphone, Mr. Man. Come on.
Hey, Jimmy, what's happening?
How are you?
Hey, what's happening? James Gandolfini.
I've been listening to your show out in the lobby out there, and I thought it was really top flight.
Well,
top shelf.
I know you can.
Kudos to you and your partner.
I know that you can deal with this.
No, I think it's wonderful what you've done.
We've had to make
cleaning up the airways has always been something I've been very interested in.
I'm not necessarily thrilled about being the garbage man of the airwaves, cleaning it up, but we're doing what we can here.
Well, I say bully for you. I really think that what you're doing. I was talking to my personal valet, Robert. And Robert and I, as we were driving over in the taxi cab, and we think your show's as good as it's ever been.
Now
Please don't dwell on the negative. I always say accentuate the positive.
Now, James, the many times you've been on the show.
God, listen to what a wussy.
You never liked the fart jokes anyway.
No, I didn't care for that. That's not my cup of tea. But
what about all the naked girls?
I don't think it's necessary, and I'm just more concerned about the fact that we are really, really looking forward to a great first season. I mean, not first season, but the new season.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting, fifth season. Yes.
Going on 6.
What I really enjoy is I enjoy, look at him, there he goes eating again. I enjoy puns and wordplay.
Tony, are you talking to Tony?
Yeah.
Tony always eats when he's here.
Yeah.
We got to say, hey, Tony, come here. Tony, come here for a sec. Tony.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get a drink. Well, I thought you were going to talk to I thought you were talking to Mr. Mr. Wussy Man who likes all the I like tons of wordplay.
No, listen. There's room for both of you guys to have a spirited discussion about the FCC.
A spirited discussion about the FCC. Yeah, won't that be great? You know what? I'll be honest with you. Why he likes all that stuff?
Why, Tony?
You know, James. You know why he likes it?
Why does he like it?
Why does he like it? Why does he like it? He's a fag.
That must be what it is.
Oh, man. Did you get bored with Nancy Boy? You want to talk to the real guy again? Me, James? I just this is a great sandwich, incidentally. That's a good sandwich.
So on the
You got
Sopranos,
any olive oil?
on the Sopranos this year.
The Sopranos this year. Everyone wants to talk about it. It's big stuff. Lots of going on.
Are you worried about the fact that the FCC is saying that they're even going to look into cable broadcast? They might change their show.
Forget about it. Come on. What did they persecute me for? I didn't do anything like that. It's a good entertainment show with lots of plot and lots of character development. It's not anything we have to worry about here. Come on, give me a break. We got Janice, Christopher, Paulie Walnuts. We got everybody. And we're even bringing in the new guy, my cousin.
Oh, Steve Buscemi?
No, not Steve Buscemi. I don't know who that guy is. We're bringing in Tony Blundetto, my cousin.
You wouldn't know.
Tony Blundetto's my cousin.
Where's James again? Maybe James would like this.
Come on. Well, I'll go finish my sandwich. All right. Come on. Hey,
Tony,
Nancy boy.
Hey, Tony, if I could tell you one thing before
tell me
you
what they. Yeah, we're soulmates.
That is a beautiful robe you're wearing.
Hey, thank you very much. Hey, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's still morning. Okay, you're a good guy. You want to talk to the Woodsy again? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jimmy. Now watch. This is the response. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh man, do I hate him.
How do you feel about working with an actor this year with the range of Steve Buscemi?
I'm really excited about the prospects of Buscemi coming to the show. He's such a talent. He's got such an enormous body of work.
I think Tony hates him.
Well, Tony would hate him. I think that would follow. That would be very natural. But the fact is that I really think that Steve Buscemi is a wonderful, talented actor, and we're very excited about that. Robert and I were discussing in the cab on the way over that Steve Buscemi and I have so much in common that I think that we will be able to enjoy each other's company. I enjoy classical music and light poetry as he does, and we are very excited about the prospects for a fantastic fifth season of The Sopranos. I'm sorry I got that wrong before, but we've been on quite the spirited whirlwind.
Would you ever consider going dancing with Steve Buscemi?
I've heard of that phenomenon. You're talking about, of course, men dancing together who are heterosexual.
Yes, heterosexual men, they dance. It's called dancing. As gay dancing.
I now have a wonderful, beautiful, lovely fiance, and Mr. Buscemi is, I think, involved. So it would be not necessary for us to try to lure in women by dancing out in a dance hall. I think, but if men want to do that, I believe in all lifestyles, and whatever anyone does to make themselves feel comfortable and more whole as a human being would be fine with
Tony.
You'd like to talk to Tony again?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I don't recommend it.
You're fascinating.
I really don't recommend it.
But you're a little highbrow for our show.
I just want to mention one last thing regarding your other guest. To prepare for season 5, I have been training with Roger Love. And now I'll let you speak to
the vocal coach.
Are you done with me now for this site? Would you like to speak to the ugly bear again?
Oh, no. Hey.
Well, I'm sorry. I feel very put upon because he's very difficult to travel with. And I'll talk to him.
And I bet I can bring him around on Steve Buscemi.
All right, I'll give him to you. Not
Tony?
really, but okay.
Hey, Tony, come here. Hey, Tony. Yeah. This guy Buscemi, who you don't like. Stick with me for a second. You remember Fargo, the movie Fargo?
It's not that I don't like.
Do you remember Fargo?
Yeah, I remember.
What was your favorite scene? The wood chipper scene?
Yeah, with the guy's leg.
Did you know?
That's my favorite scene. When they chop up the body and they got the big leg.
Okay, hold on. Who was in that movie?
Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm worried about him.
Why are you worried about him?
Because he's a fag.
What do you think of the new phenomenon?
Gansing. How about use some American words, all right?
Gansing.
Phenomenon.
Do you know what gansing is?
No, what's that?
It's where two men who are not gay dance with each other in bars.
Why?
To attract women.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
We had this on
Two guys?
Two guys. Yeah. It's called gansing.
It's not my cup of tea. He gants with me and up in the trunk of a car. All right? He gants with me. Gansing. Gants with me and up like Ralphie.
Yeah, right.
All right? Yeah, put your head in the tub. There. No dancing allowed. There you go.
James,
Yeah.
you realize that you are the same person as James Gandolfini.
Not a chance, buddy boy. Not a chance. You're barking up the wrong tree there. Come on now.
He said that he was all for dancing.
Oh, come on. Of course he's for Gansing.
Why
He's
that?
a Gansing boy.
Why that?
He's a Gansing boy. He likes to gans around. Hey, James, what's your gans, all right? All right, come on, Nancy. Nancy Gansey. There you go. He likes all that. As far as I'm concerned, he can put on a dress and gans all night. You know? Well, knock your socks off. He coming to Atlantic City with me. That ain't going to happen. I'm going up with Christopher. We're going to have a good time.
So what do you think of enough about your show, our show?
Enough about your show, my show.
No, our show.
Your show?
Give us your real thought. You've been on the new show, and I don't think it's that different than
No, I think
you were on the show.
Well, you like it. I like it.
You like it, so you like it.
It's all right.
So you like what we're doing.
Yeah, I like what you're doing. I think it's a good show. I give it the Tony stamp of approval. Yeah, what do you want? What do you want? Wait, you want me to kiss you?
Well, no,
of course, it's good. You're entertaining.
You're busting balls
You're
before saying you didn't like. So you do like what we're doing.
You're top of the heap. Yeah, I think you're all right. I think you're the top of the mountain. I think what you do is terrific. I think it's fantastic. I think everybody with the stresses of life. I've been on the antidepressants with Dr. Belfi.
Yeah.
And I really like your show because it's kind of like an antidepressant that I don't have to wash down with water. You know what I mean? What are you laughing for?
I'm not laughing. I'm clever. You're funny.
I was kind of playing a compliment for you, and you laugh.
No, you don't. You're funny.
Yeah, well, you're trying to make me angry. That's all right. I can get angry too, but I mean, really,
I'm not trying to make you angry.
I mean, I said it's an antidepressant. It means it cheers me up when I'm driving home in my SUV. It's fantastic.
I'm going to apologize in advance.
Okay. What?
Don't be mad at me, Tony.
What's that?
Do you remember what he did with his screensaver?
Yeah, when he put Anthony Jr.?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I'm not happy.
Pictures of AJ in his swimming suit.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I am. You think
you like looking over your shoulder?
Well,
why don't you get used to this, okay?
All right.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is the way I feel about you, okay?
What is it, Tony?
You got one more strike.
Yeah?
After the AJ thing with the picture of him in the swimsuit that you put on your screensaver.
Right.
I tell you right now, you're really starting to anger me.
I'm sorry. I just had one of the
You're
questions.
starting to anger me, and I will tell you right now.
Okay.
You know that chair you sit down on?
Yeah.
That anger you?
I love this
I want
chair.
to remember, you see that tight shirt you like to wear, the ladies' blouses?
Yeah, I'm wearing
Let
a
me tell you
t-shirt,
right
yeah.
now, okay? One more false move, Burbank, and they'll be scraping up those fine leather seats.
Oh, ouch.
All right?
No, I don't
Just
want that to
remember
happen, but...
You're going to be in big trouble, newsboy.
AJ, does he go dancing?
Hey. That's not. What are you doing?
Hey!
You're deliberately trying to insult me. You're
Not
disrespecting
funny,
me.
Buzz.
You're disrespecting me.
Not funny.
He's not. He's a good
You know what
kid.
you do?
He's a great kid.
You take care of him.
I'll take care of him.
You take care of him.
You got it.
Just teasing, really.
You take care of him.
You driving home tonight, Buzz?
Yeah, I thought I'd drive.
Hey, where's Jimmy?
That Jim. Who?
Jimmy Gamble.
Why you want to talk to him? Talk to me.
I gotta go to a break. I want to talk to Jimmy.
All right, hold on.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh.
Hey, Jimmy.
Well, that was quite an exchange.
Yeah. Now listen.
That was violent.
You just threatened
horribly
Buzz.
violent.
I was making a joke about Buzz and the screensaver.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's a joke, right? You get it?
Of course I do.
Then why did you just threaten him?
It's positively a joke.
But you just threatened him.
I did absolutely nothing
Yes,
at the time.
you did!
I did not.
You said, are you going to get into your car tonight?
You're a conjurer, and you're deliberately trying to confuse and distort the facts. I'm not happy with the way this is going.
Who are you, James Gandolfini or Tony Soprano?
I am James Gandolfini,
Who is
the one
Tony,
and only.
Who is Tony Soprano?
I know not this Tony you speak of. I'm not aware of him at all.
We're going to play the game, the low-budget Jeopardy.
Right?
Simply an example of hyperbole.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony.
How are you? You want to talk to Tony now?
Yeah, I know. I just want to ask him. Hey, Tony.
He's eating again.
What's hyperbole? What's hyperbole?
Hyperbole?
What is it?
I think it's one of my dances.
We'll be right back.
The James Brown Show comes to WJFK.
Did you just feel it, Harry? Perfect kid. All we gotta do is show a little class, a little sophistication, and we're in like a dirty shirt. That's no problem, Lloyd. We can be classy and sophisticated. Look at the fun bags on that horse hound. I'd like to eat her liver with some barber beans and a nice bottle of Chianti. Come on, let's go get a couple of bowls of loudmouth soup.
Hello, Don and Mike. This is Furio Giunta from The Sopranos. I never listen to you. Goodbye.
The Don and Mike Show.
It's the best of Don and Mike.
Well, we had some fun already with Tony Soprano with Low Budget Jeopardy. Now it's time to play the game. It's the best of Dynamite.
Tony, let's play Low Budget Jeopardy.
I also am studying with Roger Love.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. No, not a chance. Not a chance. I don't want to sing. I don't care. You lose your voice, you lose your voice. This is Low Budget Jeopardy. Now in the studio is a title clerk. Oh, the government, the man. All right. From Wichita, Kansas, let's say hi to Jay Moss.
Let's go. Hey, Jay.
Hey, guys.
Dude.
Always.
And now entering the studio is a returning champion. He's got a lot of money here, and about $110. He's an editor from Sacramento. Let's say hi to Jeff Long.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, LQ. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Jeff, being a returning Low Budget Jeopardy champion, how has it changed your life?
Changes in my life have been multifold.
All right.
That's another good caller today.
That's a good call. Now in the studio is the host of Low Budget Jeopardy, Jay and Jeff. Don't screw it up. I'll put you in a box. And let's say hi to Alex Trebek-Lubat.
Thank you, Tony. Jeff and Jay.
Jeff and Jay.
You guys could be DJs. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jay.
Here are your categories.
He kills me.
Your categories are Trading Spaces.
What's that? Oh, I seen it.
Billy Crystal sucks.
You're right about that, my friend.
NFL offseason, where are they now?
Yeah, man, I missed that football.
Clothing, what's in and what's out?
I could tell you that. I'm a snappy dresser.
You're wearing a robe.
I'm wearing a robe right now, but if I go out, I got a nice suit. Come on.
You're wearing a robe, you got the wife beater on, you got the gold chains, you got the BO.
Yeah, but I dress pretty good when I'm when I'm dressing up. What are you doing to cause the problems? Well, come on, play your game.
And finally, America.
It's a great country. I love this country.
So here are your categories. Trading Spaces,
first and foremost.
That's right.
Billy Crystal sucks.
Yeah.
NFL, where are they now? Clothing in or out, and America.
Hey, what's that hum? Somebody got a space heater on somewhere? What's going on?
And Jay, you're the challenger. We'll start with you.
Good luck, boys.
All right, let's start with Trading Spaces.
Trading Spaces, a cable network that airs this TV show.
What is...
Oh, God.
All right, Jeff, your chance to steal.
What is Home and Garden TV?
Wrong, both wrong.
TLC.
Hey, no. There's got to be some order here. You can't just scream out.
Hey, Jay, what are you doing shouting out the names? You think that's the way we play the game?
I apologize.
How about a little discipline, okay? You got to show some decorum here, all right?
Yes, boss.
It is TLC, and who said that? Was it Jay?
Yeah, Jay. Does he start out with a negative $1?
Take $1 away from him.
All right, see if you can get back to 0, okay, Big Mouth?
Yes, sir, boss.
All right, now pick one. Come on.
How about Trading Spaces?
Yeah, see now, Jay, when we need you to do something, you're too much of a wise guy, a smart aleck.
Okay,
man, I come out there right to Wichita.
Trading Spaces for 2. She's the... Now, I'm going to say this with our new standards, but I think it says, she's the cute, perky, sexy, posable, bendable hostess of Trading Spaces.
Who is Paige Davis?
There you go.
All right, now you got +1. Okay, Mr. Man, go ahead. Now take another crack at it.
Thank you for $3.
Stars of the comedy flick Trading Places.
Who are Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
And
okay,
the
come
great.
All right,
what do you
Jeff.
think? I got time for you to eulogize these people and tell me they're great or not?
Why not be a disciplinarian? All right, Jeff.
Who is Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
All right, $3 for you. Way to go, Jeffrey.
And to quote Ben Stiller, I know what a googly is.
You googly.
You googly.
That's all right. All right, Jeff, select again.
Yeah.
Let's go with NFL off-season moves for one, please.
Here you go. Top of today's headlines. Terrell Owens.
What is or who is the Baltimore Ravens?
$1 for you.
Yes, good pickup.
Select again, Jeffrey.
NFL off-season changes for 2, please.
Mark Brunell.
Who is Miami?
Jay, your chance to steal.
Who are the Cowboys?
No, come on.
You guys should go gay dancing. You should go dancing together.
Dancing.
It's the Redskins. They signed him a month ago. Mark Brunell.
Jeff, you're still in control. Select again. Come on, hurry up.
All right, let's get NFL off-season moves for 3, please.
The Freak. Javon Curse.
Who is
Hey, Jay, your chance to steal.
Who is Tennessee?
No.
Guys, go dancing tonight. He just signed with the Eagles yesterday. It's all over the place.
I know.
Hey, Jeff, you're in control. Select again.
How about what Billy Crystal sucks for one?
Here we go.
That's a good category. I like.
He sucked when he hosted this award show Sunday night.
What is the Academy Award?
$1 for Jeffrey Long. All right. You gonna know the long and short of it. I'm just kidding. It's a joke I made. All right, Jeff, go ahead.
Hey, Billy Crystal sucks for 2.
He sucked in this movie with his friend Robin Williams.
What is,
Jay, your chance to steal.
what is, Moscow on Hudson?
No.
It's obscure. A movie called Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Remember they were both like the father of the same kid or some crazy
No, I didn't
story
see
like
it.
that?
Did it suck?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Jeff, you're in control.
Really Crystal sucks for 3, please.
He sucked in this movie that co-starred Deborah Winger.
What is, Harry Met Sally?
Jay, your chance to steal.
What is Forget Paris?
Now, how do you pull that? That's a good one. That's a good pull because that's an awful movie.
Yeah.
Forget Paris, where he's the NBA referee.
Yeah, Winger. Deborah Winger.
Yeah, she smells, don't you
She
think?
did, yeah. She looks like she smells offensive.
She got some B.O.?
What do you want?
Hey, Jimmy.
Excuse me.
Hey, Jim.
Am I to sit on the sidelines for the whole broadcast?
I'm kind of letting you two work that out.
Okay, we're going to work it out. Go sit down. All right. All right, that did it. It's enough of him. Okay. Nice to be back.
Who's in
All right.
control, Tony?
Hey, Jay, you're in control. Select again. Come on.
Clothing in and out.
All right, this is from something called the Shaw Report. There's clothing that's in and clothing that's out.
I like it out on the floor, depending on who's wearing it. There you go. Just kidding. Go ahead with your game.
Denim jackets. Denim jackets.
I would say that those are out. What is
That
out?
was not in the form of a question.
Jeff, your chance to steal.
What is out?
Right, jean jackets are out. Attention, Joe Ardinger.
There you go. Hey, $1 for you, Jeffrey.
All right, clothing, what's in, what's out for 2, please?
Trench coats.
What is in?
Yes,
$2.
trench coats are in.
You got a commanding lead there, my friend.
Thank you. What is, clothing, what's in, what's out for 3, please?
Fleeces.
What is out?
Right.
$3. That's good. You did good on that category, Jeff. I'm proud of you.
I guess I should go dancing.
All right, select again.
What is let me give America for 1, please.
Did he just say you should go dancing?
I guess so.
You got all the clothing was
Yeah,
right.
you did do pretty well in them fag categories. All right.
America. These are stats from Harper's Index about the United States year 2002. All right? In 2002, this United States city has the most Burger King franchises within city limits.
What is Jacksonville?
That is a great pull.
My God, how did he figure that out? You're not cheating, are you?
No, I just know it's the biggest city, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yo, Donnie.
It is the biggest city as far as miles. It's like 84 miles. Yes,
Hey,
Tony.
come on, fess up with me. He's a family member. You got a family member here.
He's a friend of ours.
Hey, all right, there you go. Hey, Jay, pack up all your things and go. Okay. All right, Jeff, select again.
America for 2, please.
Yeah, we'll see how smart he is. In 2002, this United States city had the most blockbuster video franchises in city limits.
What is Houston?
Jay, your chance to steal.
What is Indianapolis?
No.
Yeah, right. Indianapolis, Mars. No, Los Angeles.
L.A., come on.
No, what is Indianapolis?
Jeff, you're in control.
All right, America, wrap it up for 3, please.
In 2002, this United States city had the most adult book/toy stores within city limits.
Oh, brother, what is New York City?
No.
Jay, chance to steal.
What is New Orleans?
No.
New Orleans was third. Tampa Bay, Florida.
Tampa Bay, a great place to hang out.
Tampa Bay. Now, Tony, that's the end of the first round.
Way to go, boys.
Now, Tony, who's coming in to do this next part? Are you staying or is Jimmy coming?
It's up to you. It's Steeler's choice. I'll work it out with him. We'll see what we can do. I'll let him do a couple of things.
I think you're not giving him a lot of time.
You want to do this part? You tell the score, and then we go on to the thing.
Yeah, come on, James Gandolfini.
I appreciate it, Tony. Hello, Don. And, well, now we can proceed. Would you like to know what the score is?
Are you afraid of Tony?
I'm very afraid.
No.
Be very afraid. He is a man of great violence.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an accident?
There was one time when we had a
today.
a disagreement.
Did you have an accident today?
An accident today.
Or did you spill a drink?
Why? What? The blood?
Yeah.
Well, the blood is something that I'd rather not talk about.
Was that from Tony?
It was Tony brandishing a weapon.
Was that before today's show?
It was before. It was actually during the show.
So it's not in the green. It was just during the commercials? What did he do to you?
You're stressing me.
Well, you're bleeding.
All right, in the event
you have a big wet spot.
In the event that you must know, Anthony, during the show, indicated to me by cutting me that he wished me not to participate in the second half of the segment.
Tony?
I therefore began to bleed, and I continue to bleed now. It's super.
Tony, did you cut him?
Tony? Yeah, I cut him. Come on, I cut him, yeah.
I look at me. Look at him.
Come on. He's bleeding, all right. It's a little flesh wound. He's going to be fine. You know, come on. He's just a big wound.
You cut him like right in the abdomen.
I just cut him with a little letter opener. You know, it's this little thing I carry.
You stabbed him.
All right, Jimmy, you want to do it? Quiet. I need to find my center. Okay, fine. The score is Jeffrey with $12 and Jay with $3.
Guys, here is your category. Good luck.
Tony has requested to read the prize that they'll receive, though.
Did he stab you again?
No, but he threatened to. Please let him.
Okay.
You're hurting me.
Here's your category.
All right, I'm back. There we go.
Here's your category.
Up guy.
Guys, your category is, it's his prerogative. And here is your answer. Yo. The current age of my main man, Bobby Brown, still in jail after being arrested 2 weeks ago for probation of his DWI violation.
All right.
A man, Bobby Brown.
No, Bobby Brown.
Oh, this is Bobby Brown. In jail, arrested 2 weeks ago. The current age of my man, Bobby Brown. Guys, don't forget, answer in the form of a question and good luck.
All right. Here I am back again. All contestants on Low Budget Jeopardy will receive a tour and a free dinner at any Carrabba's restaurant. Given by Johnny Carrabba and Damian Mandola.
Are they friends of yours?
Friends of ours, yeah. I took an interest in this restaurante recently, and Johnny and Damian, you see, they owe me a favor. So if you've always wanted to hang out with real, legitimate Italians in a chain restaurant where they don't live, now you can. Get free food as well, capiche? Just tell them Tony said anything you want. Yeah.
You just gave a real commercial there.
Yeah, whatever.
Who do we want to talk to first here, Tony?
Jay Moss from Wichita, Kansas, all right?
Okay, Jay, it's his prerogative. Current age of my man, Bobby Brown.
What is 36?
I'm sorry, Jay, but hang on. We're going to have wonderful gifts for you.
Steve, Jeff, if you got it right, you're the answer. Current age of my man, Bobby Brown.
What is 35?
Oh, that means that Jeffrey Long, you are still the Low Budget Jeopardy champion.
Yes, Bob Brown.
That one out, man.
Robert Brown, RB, 35. Oh, Jay, parting is such sweet sorrow. Don't go away, man. Just please go away. And, Jeff, you won more money. Here now, Tony, to tell you what you won, because Jim is just bleeding in the corner right now.
I would like to give Jim the prerogative to read before he loses consciousness. All right, Jimmy.
Jim, can you pull yourself up to the microphone?
I'm all right. All right. First of all, Jay, we congratulate you for playing the game. But, Jeff, you are our big winner. Right. We'll double your score to $24. We throw in a bonus and added to your previous total, $159 for you.
Hey, thank you.
I'd be very happy about that. I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Don't stab him again.
I won't. I just got to read. All right. Now, ladies and Jay, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
You want some prizes?
You know it.
All right, first of all, you have one of the lesser shows on HBO, Curb Your Enthusiasm, the prize pack. Don't miss an all-new episode of HBO's hit comedy Curb Your Enthusiasm.
What, you don't like Curb Your Enthusiasm?
It's all right, but I got to promote another show.
I know.
Right. You have also won a 7-Eleven prize pack, including a $25 convenience card, a $20 phone call, and 7-Eleven coupons. America's favorite convenience store is expanding its lineup of good-for-you foods, including controlled carb alternatives from Atkins. But wait,
you're a good reader. There's born.
All right, you ready for another prize?
You know, boss.
This is fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
You have won an Underworld prize pack order. Order Underworld tonight on Comcast Cable in demand pay-per-view.
Hey, do you get the irony there? You're giving away a prize. It's called Underworld.
I ain't ironing nothing.
No, it's ironic.
Yeah. All right.
Don't you think?
Okay.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Smelly Pants 1 and 2. I don't understand it. I'm just reading the top. You won Underworld prize pack. What Underworld tonight?
Underworld is about guys in the mob.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, it's a rumor. It's a rumor. Everybody assumes because you're in the waste management business. Tonight on Comcast Cable, in-demand pay-per-view for you a chance to win a room full of Ashley furniture. Log on to indemand.com for more details. Thank you very, very much. I'm very... What do you want?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, guys.
God bless you.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Don?
Thank you.
Yes, James.
I would like to urge everyone that's out there to please, when they get an opportunity with their local cable system, to watch The Mexican.
Thanks a lot.
Don't you play a fag in that movie?
Yes, I do. and I play him well.
Tony?
Yeah.
Where are you at, Tony?
All right, I'm over here. I'm going to carry him out. He's bleeding to death.
We'll always remember, never forget.
I'm all screwed up.
The Jeopardy's a production of
Colorado Incorporated is distributed by King World. Come on, James. I'll take you to the emergency room.
There. And there they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a little spot on him.
Yeah.
It ended up being a big stain.
Yeah,
Well,
kept
they
growing.
don't get along. What can you say?
It was blood.
Hope he's all right.
You know who runs that? You know who runs that border town? Who runs that town?
Full run border town.
Tony runs that town.
Oh, absolutely.
There's two guys in that head,
Yeah.
but man, Tony's the main head.
Yeah, I think Jim didn't, really have much to say. And
Well, Jesus, he was assaulted today.
yeah, he was hurt.
He sounded like Sue Hawk last night on Survivor. Richard touched me! Jeff, you don't understand!
Yeah.
What Richard did to me!
It's a struggle when they're in here together.
We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
That's why you, sir, are the greatest man in show business.
The Don and Mike Show.
If you haven't heard it, it's new to you. If you have, shut up and listen anyway. The best of Don and Mike.
Sometimes these stories are just so strange. You think, are they making these things up? They're not. They're all true. This is the Aunt Lola story. And if you haven't heard it before, you'll want to hear it. And if you've heard it before, you want to hear it again. It's the best of Don and Mike.
The Aunt Lola story. If you got just, 30 seconds, there's really not a lot to this story.
Right.
But it's something that means a lot to me.
It's a special, really crucial time in your development, wasn't it?
And it's a true story, Mike. Absolutely true. I swear on my kid's life this is true.
Christmas classic.
That I'm 12, 1970.
This is great music for it also.
It's Christmas at my grandma's house. Grandma Pate. Grandpa Pate. Herdie. That's Grandpa's name. Herdie. Herdie, Herdie. Herdie. I'm going with some details that I've never gone with before, like names.
Terrific, Herdie.
So you got Herdie and Helen, the grandparents.
And they're having the big shindig at their house?
Yeah, and they have the party the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve, and then the Christmas Day party. And the thing that I noticed most growing up over the years was how incredibly intense the drinking was at a very early hour. Now, when you're a kid, you don't notice it, and to an extent, even now, you go somewhere and someone says, you want some eggnog at 8 o'clock in the morning, or even, God forbid someone says, you want a Bloody Mary, you want a mimosa. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm down with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, by the time it got to be 9 o'clock in the morning, there are big bottles of bourbon that were sitting out on the table.
So prior to 9 a.m.
Yeah, on Christmas morning,
people are knocking back the bourbon.
They'd start drinking, all of them.
Sure.
Jack, Levita, Jerry, Lola.
Who drank the most out of the group?
Probably Lola. Well, now Lola was a showgirl. She was also an alcoholic.
Okay.
However, a lot of people in my family, my adopted family, a lot of them were alcoholics. A lot of them didn't know it, but they were. Because when you wake up every day and you have a giant drink first thing in the morning,
that would be a tell.
That would be a tell. Thanks, Mike. So Aunt Lola's there. They're all there, and Aunt Lola is incredibly hot. The celebrity she most resembles, now this is 1970.
Okay.
She looked a lot like Twiggy, except she was bigger busted, had more meat on her bones, but she had that same... Who's the girl
same kind of Judy Carn hair?
Judy Carn, I'm just going to say like the girl that Burt Reynolds beat up.
Right.
Spousal abuse, Rob. Hey.
Merry Christmas.
Pull one out from the past.
Thank you.
So anyway, Aunt Lola is there, and she has a fake fur coat on. She always smells like that whorish perfume.
Right.
And she's always the drunkiest. And for a long time...
She enjoyed the festive holiday get-togethers more than most?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And for a long time, when I was at the kids' table, I would just get the pat on the head, and, this is in Wisconsin, so you're watching the Packers.
Right.
And I'm at the kids' table, and at the adults' tables where the drinks are happening, and, of course, there's the TV there with the football, too. But anyway, one year, and it was 1970, Aunt Lola arrived with my Uncle Jerry. and Uncle Jerry was doing what he does, and she was doing what she did.
Uncle Jerry was Lola's husband?
Yes, he was. And at one point, Lola said, "Hey, come here, I want to show you something. I want to talk to you." And I said, "Okay." And we walked right to my grandma and grandpa had a carport. And we walked through the carport, and you got to a room which my grandma used as a pantry, as an extra pantry, but was being used for people to put in their galoshes and their boots and their coats. And
because it's Wisconsin and it's Christmas time and it's cold and snowy. And,
it's a room when you walk into the carport, rather than track all the stuff inside, you brush off your feet and then you put your coat in this pantry room.
Mudroom.
Yeah, mudroom. Thank you, Buzz. Well, and on the shelves there are like canned goods, like dry
mudroom. Right. Oh no, you never told me that happened.
Peaches and stuff like that. So anyway, she says, "I need your help. Come here. I need you to help me with something."
Oh.
And I go, "Sure."
What could it be?
So she says, "It's back here." And we go through my grandma's kitchen, and we go past the television.
It's back here in the mudroom.
We go back towards the carport, and she says, "It's in here." And then now we are in the closet, the pantry. Either way, it's a gigantic, oversized closet, for lack of a better term, and it has one light bulb hanging from the ceiling, with a string.
You'll always remember that.
You know that deal.
A naked light bulb, Don?
Yeah, a naked light bulb with a string. And I'm 12, and my Aunt Lola says, "You are really growing up to be a wonderful young man." Something like that. And
Some nice auntie thing to say.
Yeah, and I can smell the booze on her breath, but it's okay. And she's doing that thing where
Have you gotten any inkling?
Not Mike, not a clue.
Eye contact, anything.
Not a clue.
Well, you're 12, right?
Yeah, and Aunt Lola's hammered. There's no doubt she's hammered. And as she's talking to me, as I remember this, God is my witness, she's rubbing her hand on my shoulder. She's going, "You're a good guy. You know that? You're a good guy. A lot of people in this family are effed up. You're a good guy. You're a straight shooter. You're a good guy. You're always there. You're always there when I need to talk to somebody. You know, Christmas is a tough time. Christmas is a tough time. Did you have a good Christmas this year? Did you have a good Christmas this year? Did you?" And as she's saying this, she's moving closer and closer to me. And then she kissed me. And she didn't just kiss me. She tongued me. And I mean, like, she viciously tongued me.
Viciously or
well, no,
enthusiastically?
Passionately.
Passionately,
she tongued me. And she reached up and pulled the string to turn the light off, at which point I flipped out.
Right.
And I reached up and turned the light on.
Did you run?
And not literally, but yeah.
You got out of there?
Yeah, I got the hell out of there.
What was it like with her after that?
Okay, now it's good that you asked me this.
Okay.
Because I remember the first thing I did was I left and I went out. I found my cousin Ronnie. Now, cousin Ronnie's the guy with the oil change.
Yeah, the oil change with straws.
So I go out and cousin Ronnie and I say, "You are not gonna freaking believe this." And I tell him, Lola would just like give me the tongue in the other room. And sure as S, she comes around the corner. She's just got that little bit of a bump in her ass.
Yeah,
around the corner.
little sachet.
And she sees me and Ronnie. Ronnie's like 16 at the time, just as dumb as a box of rocks, and I'm no better. And she looks over and she gives me a wink to go like that, like not hiding it from cousin Ronnie.
Yeah.
She knows that I've told cousin Ronnie that she has kissed me.
Wow.
So I was thinking about the story. It's been quite a few years since I've told it, and the only addition that I have to the story is that at some point, a couple of years later, I mentioned to other people in the family what had happened.
Yeah, what'd they say?
Nobody believed me.
Oh.
Nobody believed me. Everybody said you're telling tales out of school. Nobody believed me until and it was right before, and she died. She died of liver failure, Mike.
Oh dear.
Around 1974.
Oh my.
But in one of those years between 1970 and 1974, when we were sitting around, when I was allowed to go to the adults table, when we were sitting around, it was just a couple of people sitting around. Right. She did that thing where she was playfully mussing my hair. And I know my cousin Ronnie was there when I said, "Hey, you know that thing about Lola that I told you all those years ago? That was true." And she said, "You dear, dear boy," something very aunt-ish.
Right.
And she leaned over and, even to this day, I remember it. She leaned over and hugged me, but she hugged me in such a way.
Right.
She was shoving her boobs right into my face. I was sitting down and she was standing up.
Right.
And it's one of those things where she had to know.
Yeah.
She's got to
and
know.
she knew you were curious.
Yeah.
And full of hormones.
She's pushing her boobs right in my face as she's saying, now...
Did you fantasize about Auntie Lola after that?
Yes, sir.
All the time? Would you be very excited whenever Lola would come over?
Yes, sir. You bet
you
your
run
ass.
down the driveway to greet her?
I would go and get brute and do what I had to do. And, that's where I first... And incidentally, not that it ever led anywhere.
Brute.
That's the first time,
wow.
I mean, not that she ever was down
A
there.
habit you maintain to this day.
Yeah. Not that she was ever down there. But the Christmas story is that my Aunt Lola, in the closet, really put the moves on me, and I think I could have banged her.
Right.
I think I could have banged her. And remember...
You were a virgin.
I'm adopted.
Right.
Yeah, I was a virgin. I'm adopted, and I didn't know it at the time, but everybody else in the family knew it, including Aunt Lola. So Aunt Lola probably was thinking, hey, there's a good-looking kid.
Yep.
Filling out his Sears Husky jeans. Hey, it looks... I wonder if he's got any hair yet. Well, there's one way to find out. Let me just get him in the closet.
Oh, that is the best telling of the Auntie Lola story I've ever heard.
Yeah,
ever.
Well,
Very good.
It meant a lot to me.
Well, you told it in a more open, sensitive way than you've ever told it before.
Well,
you included detail that added to the fact that it was a pretty tremendous turn on.
Yeah, and listen, don't...
You used to tell it as an embarrassment.
Well, it is. It's gross. Think about it. I mean, really.
Well, you used to describe Auntie Lola as like Flo. That's the way the first couple of years you told the story. And now, the last couple of years you got more into that. She was Judy Carn, and this year you went to Twiggy. And I'll tell you, with that Twiggy move, I enjoyed the Auntie Lola story a lot more.
Just the hair. Yeah. If you give me 1 second, this will be the last family thing I do today on the show. If I call my brother, maybe my brother can tell you the celebrity that Aunt Lola most resembled. Hold on a second.
Did she ever do it to him?
No.
You were initially frightened and then ultimately intrigued. Do you have regrets that nothing happened there?
No, I don't think she'd be any good, Buzz.
Because of the drinking, you mean?
I just don't think so.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have cared.
Plus, I mean, I know this sounds...
Would have been kind of traumatic to be deflowered by your aunt.
I know that this sounds kind of... I love my Uncle Jerry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
I get it.
My Uncle Jerry is one of the guys that would always, give me the Packers yearbook and stuff. And
right.
Well, you don't want to do that to him.
My Uncle Jerry, his dog tags me with the Vietnam and stuff. I really, I had a good relationship with him. And it crossed my mind, though,
Sure.
hopping in bed with her.
Sure.
2-6.
So Jerry enjoyed the company of Lola. Did they have a good, healthy relationship that you observed?
Yeah.
Didn't she do something with the fire chief?
Yeah.
But that's another story.
She was caught in bed.
With the fire chief?
With the fire chief.
What holiday was that?
That was not a holiday. That was Aunt Lola Day, Buzz. I'm not sure exactly what day that was.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Hey, Faye.
Hey, homo. Happy holidays.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, here's a quick question for you.
What?
Aunt Lola, back in the day. Now, I'm talking about 1970s time when she was married to Jerry.
Yeah.
Aunt Lola, would you rate her 1 to 10? And I mean, in her heyday when she would wear the fur coats and the mini skirts.
7.
7.
A 7.
A 7.
Why, what'd you rate her at?
I would give her about an 8. I'd say she was pretty hot.
Oh, okay.
She was pretty hot.
I'd rate her about a 7.
Rate her about.
So you thought she was pretty hot too, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, she was hot for back in them days.
Yeah.
For back in them days. And what was it with her that eventually that she was in bed with the fireman, or?
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know anything about her getting in?
No.
Well, you have to ask somebody about that.
All I really remember is just Jerry and I getting in a fight about her.
What about that?
What did you and Jerry fight about?
He thought I was over there trying to pick up on her.
Oh, really? Jerry did?
Wrong brother.
What did he say to you?
Oh, nothing. He just got pissed off and started yelling and swearing and stuff.
Like what? You trying to make time with my woman or something?
Yeah, that.
Meanwhile,
I didn't ever tell you about that.
No, you never did.
Oh, man, that was like in '82 when I moved back out here, you know.
Wow,
You know, Lola was drinking real heavy, and I was drinking.
Hold on,
I stopped over.
When did?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait, when did she kick? I thought she kicked like in '74. She went with the bad liver, right?
She did. She died something like that. Yeah, she got that yellow jaundice or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. The yellow jaundice.
Yeah, man, that was like back in '83, '84.
Hey, Jimmy.
What?
You ever hit that?
No.
All right.
Did you ever? That laugh. Because you know she kissed me in the closet, but did you ever feel her up?
No.
Never
No,
came
man.
close.
Back when in like '82, man, she was skinny as a toothpick.
Hey, I tell you, with like the Twiggy stuff,
right?
Yeah, very.
But she used to drink vodka, and I was into those vodka gimlets at the time. And I stopped over there in the evening. Jerry was out having dinner with some broker or something like that. He came home, and he was all wasted. We were all catching a good buzz, and he thought I was hitting up on her.
Oh, dear.
Hey, do you remember on Christmas morning how early they all used to really start drinking the hard stuff?
Oh, yeah, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, I remember.
Look, I remember the Bloody Marys and the brandy and water.
Yeah.
10 o'clock is fine, Don. Don't worry. You don't lose anything by that hour.
I just remember you go through the carport in Grandma's house, you got the little kids sitting by the TV watching the Packers, and then you make that left-hand turn into Booze Land.
Yeah.
And my grandma had one of those living rooms where there was plastic covers on all the furniture.
Right.
So you could never go in the living room where the tree actually was. You could either go in
there for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, you could go in and look, but you
look
couldn't
at the tree and then get out of there.
Yeah, then an adult was with you too, standing there watching.
And then when you're walking through the other room, don't knock over the bottles.
Yeah, and the other room was just Booze City. Just Booze.
The kitchen area was Booze City, yeah.
Just Booze City. And do you remember the year that I don't know if it was Jack and Jerry that got in a fist fight about the Green Bay Packers?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, well, there was one year, one of them was screaming something about it, and the other guy said, well, I should take you out back and just kick your ass. And they went out in the backyard on Christmas morning and fought, and really just fought.
I know it's not
they both like the Packers, though.
It's not a Christmas story, but didn't a TV get thrown because of the Packers?
Oh, that was my Uncle Jack.
Okay.
That was my Uncle Jack.
Was he the same one that cried when the Packers lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Uncle Jack's the guy that really got me going on the Packers thing.
I remember, Jack would cry if Bart Starr made a bad pass.
Well, he would drink a lot. He would drink a lot too. So the little things became magnified.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that Aunt Lola moment for us.
No problem.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Merry Christmas, Jimmy.
All right. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Well, what a bonus. Yeah. It's like a bonus cut.
So there you go. That's the Aunt Lola story.
Auntie Lola.
Auntie Lola. Great old Auntie Lola.
Yeah, and God rest her soul. Yeah.
Piece of ass she was. For being your aunt and not being, well, at the time I thought she was related.
And after that closet move, I mean, it lasts with you. It's with you to this day.
Right, I'm 45 now. It's 12 back then.
It still turns you on.
Yes, it does, Mike. Yes, it does.
If not for the jaundice, who knows what could have happened.
The yellow jaundice.
The yellow jaundice. I was back into drinking them vodka gimlets all the time. I loved it. He is pure Wisconsin. When you get him saying certain things, it's great.
And he is good with a lot of the details.
I was back into vodka gimlets at the time.
And we'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I love you. The Don and Mike Show.
Like corn, enjoy it a second time. The best of Don and Mike.
This is what your kids don't know that you know. So they were soliciting for parents to call in who knew something about their child that the child had no idea that the parent knew. It is the best of Don and Mike.
Joe came in a panic with the flop sweats, right?
Really?
Now I'm quoting Joe. Taking about 200 calls. Nobody gets this game.
Maybe there was confusion when we were doing all that Sacramento talk.
Okay. I'll set it up again. Now, we do have somebody, at least one or two people on the phone who kind of get what we're going for. Okay. We play these games all the time. What my dad doesn't know, what my mom doesn't know. This is a chance for the parents now to get back at the kids.
Turn the table.
What is it that you know about your son or your daughter that they don't know you know?
Yeah, you've got the intel. You've got the lowdown on something. They don't think you're hip to it.
See, so you call us and you tell us, and then if it's the best one, we call the son or daughter on the radio, and you have to tell them that you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just a chance for parents to show their kids that, yes, they are indeed smarter.
Because, gosh, is Will Smith right? Parents just don't understand.
But some parents might understand, and the parents that understand are the ones that are going to play this game.
Phone number is 877-365-3636. Here is Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Hi, Don. Hi, Mike.
Mike's one of the guys who got it when we were describing it. And I'm sorry if there was too much talk of the Kings. And incidentally, I finally have figured out, Mike.
What have you heard?
It is a best of 9 series that the Kings are playing against Dallas. So it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who wins tonight.
It doesn't matter. It's best of 9.
You're going to do it. You're going to screw up the game again.
I've never heard of it before. It's unprecedented. Best of 9.
Best of 9. Absolutely.
And there's some caveat with Game 9 that if it comes down to Game 9, it's Mark Cuban against the 2 guys that own the Kings.
It's actually going to end. It's going to be a sudden death winner take all, but it could end in a draw.
And the special guest will be the guy at the Phoenix Suns games who dresses up in the gorilla suit.
Absolutely.
And jumps on the trampoline to make the basket.
It'll be fantastic.
But who leads the series now?
Now it would be, I think, the Celtics by 1.
Dallas is killing. Right. Dallas the other night in the third. How many overtimes was there the other night? But there's
15.
15 overtimes.
15 overtimes.
Unbelievable.
You know what? I'm looking at the phones now. All I'm seeing is area code 916. Chill out, Sacramento. We're kidding.
Calm down, Sacramento. We're joking about this.
Kidding.
It's not a best of 9. What are you talking about?
Duh. Mike, you know how to play this game. What is it that your son or daughter doesn't know you know?
Well, my son, when he was about 13 or 14, he had a big walk-in closet at our old house, and he kept models and, his clothes and stuff in there. And I went in there looking for some tape or something, moved the box, and I came across a 22 caliber Saturday Night Special.
Wow!
You found a gun.
Now, if I may ask, as the father of a child, Mike's father of a couple, Rob's got a couple. Buzz is married. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. Really, if you find a gun in your kid's drawer, why would you not go to the kid and first beat him over the head with it, and then when he wakes up, say, "What the frig are you doing with a gun?"
Well, first of all, I don't own a gun, but I've been around guns, my whole life. I've shot and everything, and I gave him a BB gun, so he knew, how to shoot a gun and things of that.
Hold on,
that's good.
But what's the kind of gun that you found wasn't a BB gun?
It was a Saturday Night Special, a gun designed to kill people.
Correct. At the time, he was going sort of through a traumatic, not traumatic, but there's
all the more reason not to hip him to it. That's time to have one.
So what I did was
he said it seriously when you just said that to me. He said, "Yeah, right." Yeah, like your Dr. Phil saying.
Did you? Let me just, this. I won't get upset here. Did you at least take the gun, confiscate it?
Oh yes. Well, what I did was I immediately grabbed it and wrapped it up in a towel and stuck it in my workshop.
Oh, okay. So you got the gun away from him.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. See, we were thinking that you just left it like in his sock drawer, and you're going to call him now. How old is your son now?
He's 20. He just came back from Iraq, as a matter of fact.
He came back from Iraq.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Got a gun after all.
Hold on a second, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's a good one on multiple levels.
Let's see. Here's Gloria from Wisconsin. Hey, Gloria.
Hi there.
Hi. Gloria, what is it that your kids, one of your kids, your son or your daughter, doesn't know that you know?
My daughter, her and her boyfriend one day when I was out of the house, had sex in my house and thinking that they were going to get away with it. Mm-hmm. But her boyfriend left his rubber floating in the toilet.
And you never... Okay, now I have to ask, like with the gun, although it's certainly not as dire circumstances, how come you didn't confront your daughter to say, hey, there's a rubber in the toilet?
Because when we came home, she wasn't home.
Oh.
So we just...
What about when she came home?
Well, we're kind of waiting. She's 18, but she doesn't graduate until May. So we're kind of waiting to hold this over.
Wait a minute, hold on. She's not 18 yet?
She is 18, but she hasn't graduated high school.
Right.
So we're waiting for probably her graduation party that night to bring it up to her.
And do you like the guy that she's involved with?
Yeah, he's okay.
So wait a minute, hold on.
Why at the graduation
Yeah,
party?
why are you waiting until the graduation?
Or maybe not. Maybe it'll happen now before the graduation party.
Well, we're trying to save it for the most embarrassing moment at a graduation party. We can bring it up, and there would be a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe the most embarrassing moment might be when your daughter might surprise you and say, "Hey, Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant."
Yeah, exactly. Well,
No, at least they used them.
well, they were practicing safe sex, but what better place to bring it up than when the grandparents are there?
Yeah.
When the whole family's around.
All right, hold on, Gloria. Mike, we will select one of these.
Very good.
Well, I would have to go with Gloria with the found condom in the toilet.
Yeah,
That's
Gloria,
a good one.
who knows them, and she'll be letting it out before the grad. The nice thing about the daughter is she'll be letting her know before the graduation.
Hey,
party.
Gloria.
Yep.
Good news for you, darling. We're going to be calling your daughter now. Is your daughter's name Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Give her a ring, Robbie.
Go ahead and give her a call.
Gloria, where are you at in Wisconsin?
Cambridge.
So you're listening on what station? The Madison station? Or?
Yep.
Right, 100X in Madison.
You have a good relationship with your daughter, Gloria?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
100X in Mad City.
There's 18-year-olds. They kind of, at times, it can be stressful.
Don, you can relate to that, right?
Darling, I got a 19-year-old son. Please, I was screaming at him today, 1:15. Get up, or 12:45, whatever it was.
I'm just thinking.
But I've never found a condom in this toilet.
I don't know what I'd do in a similar situation.
I know what you do.
I'd run down to the local bar.
You would suddenly become a gun advocate.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. You're trying to identify.
Your clock's early.
Yeah, about 2 minutes fast.
Hello?
Gloria?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're there.
Your clock's early. We have Nicole on the phone?
Bright girl on line 9.
Here we go. All right, let's go to Nicole. Nicole.
Yes.
Hi, Nicole. You're on the Don and Mike show.
We're playing a game with your mom. We've got your mom, Gloria, on the phone.
We have your mommy on the phone.
Okay.
Now, Gloria, we understand that you're 18 and about ready to graduate from high school.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good news all the way around, Gloria.
That's Nicole.
Nicole. I'm sorry. I get you two girls mixed up.
Of course you do.
Good news, Nicole, your mom may have won a prize, but your mom has to tell you something now.
Yeah, she's playing a game, and I think Gloria's going to explain the game to you. Nicole, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Nicole, it's a game that we can embarrass the kids and tell you something that we know that you don't know we know. And the thing I know about you...
Okay, hold on. Before
you characterize the game as embarrass the kids.
No.
That's not it at all.
Nicole, here's what it is. The game is called What My Daughter Doesn't Know, I Know. Your mom knows something about you that you don't think
she knows.
You don't. Yeah, we don't think you know that she knows. And this thing, I'm pretty sure you don't know your mom knows this.
Right.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, how are your grades, honey?
They're all right.
Are they all right?
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you go to a regular school?
Public school, yeah.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay, good. That's all we wanted to know.
The bus that you're on? Does it hold like 10 kids or does it hold like 30 kids? Gloria, tell Nicole what it is that the light of your life, your 18-year-old daughter of daughters, does not know.
Nicole, when a couple Saturdays ago when you and Chad were at the house, I know you had sex in the house even though you're not supposed to. Chad forgot to flush the toilet after he left his used rubber in the toilet. And I found it.
Are you shocked, Nicole?
Nicole?
Just a little.
Did you think your mom knew that you were doing that in the house?
No.
And why didn't your boyfriend watch the rubber go all the way down the toilet?
Because he's dumb.
Because he's dumb.
Well,
we have a winner!
What are they
That's
on?
the rule. She's not allowed to have sex in the house.
In the house.
In the
yeah,
house.
right. Yeah, exactly.
And Nicole, you should know that if your mom hadn't called our radio show today, she was going to tell you when on the prom night?
At the graduation party.
Graduation party.
And now everybody knows.
Oh, great.
All right.
Okay.
All right, well, listen, you little tramp. Your mom has won a trip for two to Los Angeles. Gloria, congratulations.
Thank you.
On several levels.
Yeah, okay. How do you feel now, Gloria?
Okay.
Yeah, are you glad you got it off your chest?
Yep, now it's out.
And Nicole, I've just got to brainstorm here. I'd like to think I'm a creative guy. The show, Class of 04.
I hope you all had a good time.
She best be taking her daughter.
Yeah.
And Nicole, What's the plan for you on the horizon when you get out of high school?
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously involved with this guy. What are you doing?
I'm going to college for elementary school teaching.
Another
Shaping
generation
the
will be
minds of
shaped.
American children. That is good. It's a noble profession, Nicole. Yeah, just continue to use protection, okay, Nicole?
Please.
If you must, do what you do.
As a matter of fact, well, I shouldn't say this while you're listening, but, maybe we would even throw in a prize for her to get her tubes tied. Just because it seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah, but it's too quick, Don. It couldn't happen,
Gloria, thank you for listening to the show, and enjoy that trip to Los Angeles.
Okay.
All right, Nicole, thank you. Bye, honey.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And, Gloria, you'll have to hold on for a minute.
Okay.
All right, thank you. That's how we play the game.
That was fun. Right.
That was.
My God. Wow. Yeah, wow. That's all you can say.
That's too great.
That's fantastic.
That's so funny. That's really, really great.
It is great.
We'll be right back.
Is the Don and Mike Show. Some call Charlie the perfect father.
Now, what is a wedding? Well, Webster's Dictionary describes a wedding as the process of removing weeds from one's garden.
The Don and Mike Show.
Vintage goodness. It's the best of Don and Mike.
Rob is the very best at finding guests that are just so strange, so weird, so out there, so very Don and Mike. This is Jay Maynard and his Tron costume. And Don and Mike spoke with him on the phone. It's the best of Don and Mike.
There's this guy. Now, his name is Jay Maynard. And the name of his website is, for goodness sakes, it's www.iblio. Is that the main where you get into it?
iBiblio.
iBiblio. iBiblio.org.
I like that sound. iBiblio.
.org.
Yeah.
This is a guy.
You know how we found it, actually? If you just search on Google, Jay Maynard Tron costume, it'll be your first hit.
Okay. So, this is a guy who wants to make a suit like they wore in the movie Tron.
Tron. Tron was not that big a grossing movie.
It was not, Mike, but in sci-fi circles, it was groundbreaking.
Weird movie. Very strange movie.
Now, I'm going to have to just describe it. I'll show Mike the pictures as we move along in this process.
Okay.
To understand why this guy is our nerd of the year.
Very good.
Jay Maynard's Tron costume. Inspiration. I saw my first masquerade at Pentagon 1.0 in April 2003. I decided it looked like fun. I wanted something like it. I idly pondered between a Tron costume in the past.
I'm already confused as to what he's talking.
He's going to a convention with other sons.
Pentagon 1.0 is some sort of
convention.
It's not the place where people work around here.
Right. Then he writes, I saw lots of Tron costumes on the net, and I was not satisfied with any of them. The biggest deficiency was that none of them attempted to capture the green tint of the characters' outfits in the computer world. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know that was added in the digital animation process.
Yeah, they were kind of glowing, weren't they?
But still, a white costume just doesn't look right. Many of them also added black for the circuit patterns, one more step away from the costumes the viewer saw in the movie. I decided I could do better, at least to my own way of thinking.
Oh, dear.
This is not a slam on those who have gone before by any means. Just an observation I could resolve what I saw as deficiencies. So it starts with these pictures. He picked up a suit of Tron armor.
What did he do, dip it in antifreeze or something?
On eBay in 2003.
Goodbye.
And let me see. Here's some of the outer armor. Yeah, Buzz, turn that part away. I'm going to show that to Mike in a minute.
All right. Looks like it's done with crayon.
The next move after the armor, Mike, was to get a dance skin for him to wear.
Oh.
Now, no. I will tell you, and really, you have to go. You have to go to the web right now before we get this guy on the phone to look at these pictures. That website again is
iBiblio.
iBiblio.org. Or just, as Robbie said, go to Google.
That's actually fast.
Just do the Google search. The guy's name is
Jay Maynard.
Jay Maynard.
Can I see the dance skin?
You may in a moment, Mike. I made a few compromises.
I wanted to be as close to the original as possible, but let's face it, I'm not in the same shape as either Bruce Boxleitner or Jeff Bridges, the actors who played Tom and Flynn. I'm somewhat overweight, as you see. One drawback of wearing spandex is that it does nothing to hide one's obesity. Therefore, I decided to make myself a character in the same universe, but not one of the known characters.
So here now we have the front shot of this guy with no makeup, just him wearing his dance skin that he will be wearing underneath the Tron.
It's Jack Diamond.
But wait a minute, hold on, Mike. Underneath the Tron armor. That shot is face on, like he's standing against the wall, his back to the wall.
That is highly disturbing.
But Mike, there's more. As long as he was at it, he's feeling so good, he said, take a side view of me wearing this dance skin profile. And I'm going to make a rugged fist with my right hand. Take a look at the next picture, Mike.
Oh, my God, this isn't a goof?
No. How about a profile from the left side?
Very good.
All of these on the website.
Without the fist.
Yeah, no fist on the other side.
And finally, here he is from the rear. From the back. From the back view.
Hello, beautiful.
Now, this is the stuff I won't bore you with.
That's just page after page.
Oh, it goes
on. Is this
on.
page 6 of 38 pages?
Yes, it is.
38 pages on a Tron costume.
Mike, because, as you can see here, he has a picture when he started painting the circuit line. Look up here, please. Painting the circuit lines on the unitard.
Right.
Then here,
unitard is.
Here he is putting little sparkles on his unitard.
I see.
Here he is making the molds for the helmet and body armor that he'll be wearing.
Right.
I won't bore you with all this. It does seem, though, in every picture of this costume, as he's painted this and attempted to make this, in every picture there's no sign of human life in this home he lives in. Every picture is a coffee cup, a piece of the clothing, and a computer and a mouse.
Very good.
There's no sign of real life.
Must be his workroom.
Anywhere. Mike, here is the final product.
That's what I want to see, Don.
And you have to go all the way to page 28. And I will show you now, there's a series of finished pictures.
Right.
Leading up to a big finale. First, remember the Ford that I just showed you of him wearing just the dance skin.
He's detail-oriented.
Here he is now.
Too many details, really.
Same pose, wearing his Tron suit. Now, it's not lit up yet.
Okay.
But he has drawn on all the stuff on the dance skin, and he's got his helmet on. Now, he's a fat guy.
Yes,
he's a fat guy. He should have...
Can't be serious.
Mike, I swear to God.
Well, it's 38 pages. Of course he's serious.
And circumcised.
Mike, here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is again from the right profile.
Oh, my God.
Wearing the Tron suit.
Oh, dear. He doesn't make any real attempt to suck it in.
From the left,
No.
from the left profile.
Wow.
And then from the back. Now, we also have...
Hey, the back looks good.
We also have photos of him in his Tron suit, and what he's done now is he's electrified it, and he has lights on it, and now he's plugged into the wall.
Oh, very cool.
Here he is in the exact... Maybe that's him calling now. Is it him? Tell him we'll be right with him. Jay, this is Don and Mike from the Don and Mike Show. It's an honor to have you on our show. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you? We're very big fans of your Tron costume.
Oh, well, that's great.
That is perhaps the most fantastic suit that I have ever seen. I find it hard to believe that was not actually used in the movie.
Well, thank you. That's one of the best compliments I've gotten on it.
I love it. I have many uniforms and costumes myself.
Yes, you do.
Nothing as elaborate as this, of course.
How many hours did it take to make your costume, Jay?
I have about a week's worth of full-time effort in it.
Wow.
So that would be days and days and days.
Yes.
Jay, we stumbled upon your website. I found it fascinating. I was wondering if I devoted all my time and energy over the next 48 hours, could I bang something out over the weekend? Or is it, as I saw at the very end, you're
Tell them about your costumes, Don.
I have, you're a bastard. I have, this is the truth on my child's life. I have 3 rubber Batman suits from the first 2 Batman movies with Michael Keaton, and the third with Val Kilmer, one of the towels was actually used in the movie. I am also somewhat a Star Trek The Next Generation aficionado, and due to an assistant producer on the show and our radio show, I was able to get an actual worn on the show Starfleet uniform, which I proudly hang in my home.
What do you think of that, Jay?
Hey, I think that's great.
There you go. It's true.
Jay, having said all of that...
Do you still have the Mork jumpsuit with that?
Not funny. That's not funny, Mike. Jay, you're going to find that... With this show, I'm the guy who likes the collectibles. I like the mysticism. Mike does not. Mike does not share our love.
No, I don't. I think, what the hell are you doing, Jay?
Hey, Mike, go easy on it.
Sorry about that. Jay, what are you doing? Come on, get a life.
Hey, I could have sat around and spent that whole week playing Unreal Tournament or...
Wait, hold it a second. Hold it a second. Please to explain Unreal Tournament to me. What is that?
That is a first-person shooter game that people play over the net.
Yeah.
That is consistency, ladies.
I love that game. I play it all the time.
John, do you play that?
I bet I've played that. I bet I've played... without giving your screen... Do you use a real name or a screen name?
No, I don't. I'm not a gamer.
Oh, you're not? Because my name is Picard 5.
Okay.
I thought that I was going to be the first for Picard. Yeah. Turns out 4 other people. There's Picard 1, Picard 2, Picard 3. I am Picard 5.
I don't know.
First rule of...
I don't know. Wait a minute.
All the good names are taken.
I don't know whether someone's being serious or not. I'm totally confused.
Good.
Do you do that?
Do I do what?
Please, no. Jay, just give us a moment,
Jay,
will you, please?
Hold on,
please, I have a very important question.
Hold on a minute, Jay.
Yeah.
I must know.
Mike, thanks for being... Mike, can't help it. Mike, thanks for being the best freaking audience in the world. No, I don't know. No, I'm not on some dumb shoot-'em-up website as Picard 6.
I am sorry. I got kind of caught up in the listing of your uniform.
Okay. Listen, it's a fact, okay?
I think
also,
in a way, yes, you're yelling at what are you?
On my right shoulder,
yes.
What is that?
That is a
tattoo. I have a Batman tattoo.
Right, yes.
Okay?
You seemed for a moment, I was confused because
I'm selling the bit.
You seem to
I'm
know.
going to keep saying that to myself. Yeah. But no, Mike, I swear to Christ.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just goofing.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Ooh. I thought I was going to... I'm getting a headache.
You're okay, man?
I am. I'm getting a headache there.
Okay, hold on.
Don, I sincerely apologize.
We're back with Jay Maynard. Jay.
Don is so excited about this costume, Jay.
Well, good.
Yeah, and now you're going to make more than one just for yourself? Would you make them for somebody else?
I don't think that I could generate, or I don't think I could build a good enough costume that I could sell for what the kind of money I'd need.
You'd be surprised. You know, I have to tell you something, Jay, even though I'm not into this type of thing, and my partner is, my radio partner is.
I live it.
I will tell you, he does
Mike,
live it.
Be honest with him.
Yes.
Will you stop saying radio partner all the time?
I'm sorry, because, well, you know those bars that we've been in when I've referred to you as my partner. And
yes, and be honest. You are my partner.
All right.
You are my life partner.
I am your life partner. He is my lover, Jay.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Sure.
You're all right with that?
Mike, you'll find most gamers, most onliners, most sci-fi fans are very open to all walks of life.
Open-minded.
Is that true, Jay?
Absolutely.
Then let me ask you a question for my lover here. Is there a chance you could sell him a costume?
I'd have to do several more to get myself good enough.
I think we must accept the answer is no.
There's a market.
I want to say I loved the movie. Have you played the video game? Of course.
Yes, I have. Briefly.
You might. What level did you get to on Tron? You remember on the video game?
No, I don't.
You do not?
No.
Your costume is more appealing to me than action games, number one.
Yes.
Action Comics, number one. I don't even know what that means.
You're calling him. You're calling him.
I'm faking it right now.
You're calling him number one because that's what Jean-Luc Picard. Because
that's right.
Commander William Riker on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Absolutely. That's number one was from Star Trek.
Yes.
Right. Jay, are you?
Make it so.
Are you a big fan of the Star Trek TNG?
TNG I like. The rest of them I couldn't really get into.
Good man.
That is yours, isn't it?
It is, Mike. And I'm a fan of the movie Tron as well. I want to say that your outfit is incredible. I hope you don't mind. We've asked our listeners to do a Google search. You're probably going to find you're going to get like I don't know, 20, 30, 40,000 hits today.
I think by the weekend, resistance is futile, incidentally. I think by the weekend, you will have everybody wearing these suits because you give a detailed explanation
of how you can make
them.
There's a market out there.
And that's what I set out to do. That page is not just, hey, look at my costume. That page is documentation.
Now, let me ask you, Jay, I don't want to offend you here. I really don't. But let me ask you.
You're walking on very thin ice.
Jay, have you ever been referred to as a nerd?
Yeah.
Not fair.
I'm
not
sorry.
Fair. Not fair. What next? Asking this man what it feels like to have a wedgie.
Note to self: need to buy batteries for my lightsaber this evening.
Go ahead and mock us, Mike.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to mock you too.
Go ahead and mock us.
I apologize, Jay. If that was a little harsh, I apologize.
No apology needed.
Jay, fellows like Mike just doesn't get it.
So you're offended by the term. Don, you seem to be very upset at the use of the word nerd. I'm sorry.
You've worked with me. You've lived with me. We are partners in every way.
I understand.
I am certainly not a nerd. Certainly not in the bedroom.
How about no? I agree. How about geek? Would that be? Isn't computer geek a term of? Are you a computer geek, Jay?
I'm a computer geek and proud of it.
Proud of it. Why don't you join me for a drink at the Cantina in Mos Eisley on Tatooine?
Here, twist my arm.
What do you like most about the the Star Wars movies?
Mainly they're good escapism that you don't have to really think about.
Jay, perhaps we can summarize it best. Do you like the mysticism?
Yes, I do, actually.
Yes. Bravo. As do I.
Bravo.
And of the Star Wars movies that have come out, the most recent ones, do you find the first installment or the second installment of the newer ones? Of course, I know if you're going trilogy-wise, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Wonderfully researched question.
Some different order, but do you like the ones with Jar Jar Binks?
I'm not a fan of Jar Jar Binks, but I don't think he should be held underwater and drowned either.
I'm afraid that I must part company with you there. I am a huge Jar Jar Binks fan.
Jay, I must ask you, why Tron? I mean, there are better sci-fi movies out there. Why Tron? Well, you agree to that, don't you, Don?
Groundbreaking at its time with effects that were beyond.
I was asking Jay.
The performance of Jeff Daniels as Tron, the computer programmer who gets put inside the game and he's actually playing the game. I've seen the movie. It's incredible. They do a day glow thing. It's almost like with black light.
Well, I don't need to ask Jay. Jay, is that all true, what he said?
I'd say so. Tron was a groundbreaking movie.
There it is.
It's a groundbreaking achievement, especially when you consider that it was done by Disney.
I'm talking to twin sons of different mothers here.
I love your outfit. I love your costume.
Thank you.
Could you put a price on it, sir?
Yes, put a price on it, Jay.
Oh, geez.
Not at this point, I couldn't.
Oh, my.
You should think about that.
I must put a price on it. Put a price on it. Mike, would you put a price on it? Would you stop mocking?
I'm sorry, Jay. I'm just having fun. You understand that,
don't you?
Let me
just tell Jay that I believe, Jay, I would look into the high three figures.
Oh, thousands?
A high 300.
Oh, 300.
I would go as high as $9.99.
$9.99. Do you think you could get that for the costume, Jay?
If you were to look at it up close and then tell me that, we'd talk.
Jay, and another question. Please to give me, if you don't mind, your current weight.
200.
200. All right. So how tall are you, Jay?
5'9". I need to lose about 30 to 40 pounds.
Okay, listen, don't worry
for about 30 pounds heavier.
Pretty average.
Do not worry about that. I, for one, found it refreshing.
I think you could get nearly 1,000 space dollars for this suit.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm sorry, Don. I'm sorry.
Funny. His boy, Elroy.
I know this is serious business to you.
Listen, I'm telling you, this man has made a beautiful costume. You know, I love the sci-fi lifestyle.
Absolutely.
I would say to you, my friend, if anything...
Sorry to poke fun.
Tonight, go to the Olive Garden and have a fantastic meal. Take your mom. Don't listen to what Mike says about your weight.
That's a question that just arose, though. Jay, do you live with your mom?
No.
Oh, congratulations. And how long have you been out of the house?
About 25 years.
25 years. Okay. Do you have a wife?
Nope.
A girlfriend?
Nope.
Perfect.
Jay, would you say, hey, not funny?
I'm just having a little fun here.
Not funny.
All right.
Jay, would you say...
Sorry, Jay, I apologize.
Jay, would you say hi to my mother? She's listening right now.
Sure. Hi, Mom.
Her name is Frances.
Oh, hi, Francis.
That's very nice.
That's good. Jay, what's the next big project?
What's next for you?
For Jay Maynard.
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, you haven't decided? Any thoughts? Any ideas that you're knocking around in that nerd brain of yours? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey, stop it.
I'll stop it. All right, Jay.
I'm not insulted.
No, I know you're not, Jay. You're a good sport.
Jay, how you feeling about Spidey 2? Are you into Spider-Man?
A little bit. I've never been much into the comic book thing, but I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Jay, probably my most important question here, and I want you to think hard about this one. Can you make the Kessel Run in under 6 parsecs?
No.
He liked that. He loves that. There you go.
You know what he's doing?
He's accepted
He's
his nerddom.
mocking.
You know what he's done? He's accepted his nerddom, something that you ought to think about doing. Pride. So you ought to embrace it. You
Let
really
me just ask Jay one final question. It's a Star Wars question.
All right.
Jay, when Star Wars comes out on DVD, are you like me? Do you want the original version that we got in the theater, or do you want this pre-programmed media conglomerate version that they're going to schluff out to us?
I'll take both.
Ah.
But Jay, if you had to choose one, I'm looking at the picture.
Come on, make a fist, Jay.
I'm looking at the picture of you in your Tron.
Be a man.
I know what you want. You want the original version. Am I right?
Tie me down and tickle it out of me and say I could only pick one, it would be the original.
We tied you down and tickled it out.
Thank you, George.
Jay, I want to talk to you when you come up with your next costume. And do you love to dance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Jay Maynard.
Jay, thank you for being on our show. Your suit is fantastic.
You rock, Jay.
I'm a big fan. You'll get a lot of hits on your website.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. Thank you, guys.
May the force be with you.
Make it so, Jay.
Picard out.
Get after them programs and take out the Tron.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I didn't know it evolved that way.
You cracked me up. You killed that. Had just that was multi-layered, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was multi-layered.
It was.
I thought I was going to start hemorrhaging when you went into the very detailed description of the movie Tron, which that's very good.
I've seen the film.
Oh my God! And how about Jay? Did he not? He sounded like we expected.
Oh, my God.
With a little Southern accent too.
Yeah.
Little cross between the basement of the Science Building and Clay Aiken.
And really, you have to go to the web.
Yes.
And you have to see
perfect.
the pictures.
He's perfect.
Do the Google search, Jay Maynard Tron costume.
Yep.
You're going to get it. It's 38 pages. You will want to print it out. You will want to take it with you all weekend.
Here's the most important thing about Jay. This is why Jay is a happy man. Jay has accepted his nerddom.
Yes.
He has completely embraced it.
He's not embraced it. He's eaten it. He's digested
Absolutely.
it. It is a fabric of him in every way.
And the one thing I didn't say, looking at these pictures before we talked to him,
Yeah.
What do you think? Still a virgin? I think so.
Here's the other thing that I think. If that's 200 pounds,
Yeah.
then hi. My name's Clay Aiken. How you doing?
Yeah, I know.
If that's 200 pounds, I got news for you. I'm Ryan Seacrest. Okay?
Oh, my God.
He weighs 200 pounds on Mercury.
Sorry, we're out of time.
Can we meet again? This is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.